Yes, here we are. ZUDECAST number 65. Today is Monday, January 30th, 2023. We're bringing it in with the boy, Alan Gamboa, on the fucking mic.
What's up, boys?
What is cracking, my Zudes and Zudettes and all the Zudes in between? It's your boy, Crispy Grooves here. Once again, we got Adrian Grody. We got Eli.
Yeah, it's your boy Grody. I make comic books and a freestyle sometimes on a skateboard. Ho! And
Got Robert
Hey,
Ware.
what's up? You know, it's me. I'm here. Been here since the beginning of time.
Shout
as
out
they
to
say.
Bobby. He's running the fucking the boards today. He's running the camera switcheroos. We couldn't lock down an intern to do the job today, so it's okay.
All switch, no talk for me.
it's all just part of like the progress, the evolution of Bobby. You know, he's gonna like get like wired into the mainframe and like lifted up on a bunch of wires, and, be like, and then it's like gonna turn to like supercomputer.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be like that one show. Can't remember. Anyways,
But we've got the Chilean devil himself, Alan Gamboa,
What's
1/3 of Big Sticky Mess,
Yeah.
and 1/6 of Boca del Rio.
1/5.
1/5. That's right. That's right.
Boca del Rio.
Boca.
Yeah, man.
Welcome
Glad
to the
be
show,
here.
dude.
Thank you guys for having me. Like,
Excellent,
This is awesome. It's my first podcast, so
dude. Welcome
thanks
to the
for
world.
inviting me. You
oh
know
man,
what
we're
I'm
giving you a platform, man. It's so
Hell
it's so
yeah.
exciting. We're
saying?
it's
Better
stoked to
than
have
an
you.
egg carton. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Say whatever you want, short of the things that we agreed not to talk about.
Oh, and that was
That's
a long
just-
list, right?
Yeah, we talk about anything we want on the Zudecast.
We got it all out in the garage before. So
Yeah,
I know
exactly.
the
That's what we do.
get it out segment, the iconic, the never will be aired get it out segment.
For the Patreon only.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, dude. We
Exclusive
just got to get all the
content,
the gnarliest shit
Oof.
onto the Patreon.
And have different levels for how gnarly you want to get. You pay
Dude,
more
yeah,
for
pay
just
more, yeah.
Yeah.
unhinged people. Just
We got to start our own Patreon called Gnarly On.
That'd be fire.
Fuck yeah. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. Let me pull up the old chatteroo here, and then
Yeah,
we'll see.
I'm still sending invites out too.
Absolutely. You know, we'll get this thing started.
Get
We'll
this thing
going,
smacking. It's a
dude.
stream, you know. We got to warm up. You got to get
What's
let the
the,
people pour in. Get me fashionably late, you know.
Yeah, man. All right, I'll pull.
oh, that's Mark. Hey, Mark.
Oh, dude, we're already up to one.
Shout
We
out,
already got
Mark.
another subscriber since starting the show.
Crazy.
buddy.
I
Dude,
bet you
let's
it-
fucking hit 200 tonight, baby.
Sweet.
Let's do it.
Bet you it was Mark.
Dude, Mark is
193.
literally like around the corner from here.
That's
right?
hella funny.
Like, hilarious.
You gotta get that boy on the show sometime.
Yeah.
Show up in his fucking robe, drinking Four Loco.
I mean, that's just what. Yeah,
Yeah, that's all. That's
the-
all you need
that's
for
the
a
move,
podcast.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Sustainable. You know.
Dude, Alan, who are you? I know who you are, but for
I
the show, for the audience who doesn't know who you are, who are you?
Well, I'm a Zood, I guess.
Fuck yeah, dude! Honorary Zood, let's go.
Yeah, boy.
You know what I'm saying? Cheers
Hey.
to that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
that fucking shit.
But no, yeah, I'm just a dude in this crazy world. You know, I'm just a musician full time, I guess. Right
Hell
now,
yeah.
you know.
You are full time.
Yeah, I was.
Quit your day job.
Yeah, I quit my day job last February.
Fuck yeah, you can get right up on that thing. You can make out with this mic too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah, don't be afraid.
ASMR.
Perfect.
Anyway, what I was saying.
Full time. Get into the NPR voice.
Yeah, with a little condescending lisp.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. But yeah, you're a full time musician, dude.
Yeah,
What it do?
you know,
What you been?
I
what you been
was
up
in
to?
the like weed industry, I guess, you
Yeah.
know, for a while before, like, you know, and like during the pandemic, pretty hard, you know, because
Yeah.
music was not happening at all. So I was mainly doing that, working at a distribution center, then like an indoor facility where we grew like clones, where we had it was a cloning facility. And stuff.
You're growing clones in
Yeah,
there.
I was Palpatine, dude.
Yeah, Caminoan
Yeah, I was
freaking
in- yeah.
alien over a
I was
Caminoan Zood,
Caminoan.
bro. Yeah, Caminoan
Lama
Zood.
Sue was my direct superior.
There you go.
An alien long necks and shit. They look like the plant, god damn it.
That's sick though.
But it was cool. It was fun. It was fun while it lasted, and like I learned a lot, and you know, got some good experience. But like, you know, I was just like, I just want to be playing music, you know. That's
Fuck yeah.
And as soon as, you know, the pandemic was, you know, starting to get lifted, and and you know, music started coming back. I was like, hey, I'm making enough. I can quit my job now.
Dude, that's the
You know?
goal, right?
You know?
That's the fucking goal, to be making enough in a month to pay that rent, to pay those
Yeah.
bills,
Yeah,
dude.
dude,
That's the
that's-
fucking. That's
you
where
know?
it's at.
You know, you're not making as much as a nice cushy job. You know,
Yeah.
I had benefits and stuff.
Right.
You know, I wasn't salary yet, but that was like the next move. You know, so I was like I had to decide, do I really want to like invest the rest of like the next couple of years into this, or do I want to get back into the grind? You know,
Dude, it's about the grind, but it's good
Yeah.
to hear that you're like making it happen, making it work. It's
Yeah,
fucking
man.
tough out here, dude.
Dude, the last couple months have been a little rough. Just like December, January, notoriously like the most slow,
Yeah.
fucking months for anything. You know,
Dude, my January's actually been kind of popping,
Really?
though, man.
That's
Where there was
good.
like some good like New Year's Eve sort of like stuff like that. Or you guys had a New Year's Eve gig with Big Sticky.
Oh my god, that was a whole
But
fiasco.
that shit was a fiasco. The
Yeah.
power went out.
Oh my god, that was crazy. It was like apocalyptic weather that night. You know, the first
Yeah.
night of that
was
fucking
insane.
crazy storm. I was literally driving with Jackson. I had Jackson, our saxophone player,
Yeah.
in the passenger seat. I just dropped my girlfriend off. We're on the way to the venue, and the wind is crazy, and just like it's pouring so hard, like the windshield wipers are having a hard time like keeping the shit up.
Yeah.
And like, dude, that was crazy. I was on the highway and I was on this merge, and I was turning left, and there was a fucking tree just in the entire lane.
Fuck, dude.
And like I
crazy.
narrowly fucking missed it. I definitely hit a bunch of the branches with the cars.
Yeah, dude.
But,
I was
like,
driving around
you know?
like DoorDashing the
Yeah.
day or two after the storm, like
Yeah.
finally kind of let up a bit. And it was just like every other block,
Yeah.
dude. Like Land Park was like
crazy, dude.
completely fucked.
That was a war zone, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Land
was
Park
wild.
was, dude, it was intense.
Yeah.
Yo, I just want to say we got Brian Whaley in the chat saying,
Oh,
yo,
man. Certified Zude.
Zood
Lightning
alumni.
Yeah, definitely
what's
Zude
up?
alumni.
We got
That's my
Princess-
fucking roommate, you know?
Yeah. We got Princess Pippi in the chat.
Hey, Pippi, freaking Jet, let's go. What's
What
good?
up?
But
we
yeah,
doing,
dude,
dude?
the fucking
So,
Torch Club,
Dude,
the,
okay.
the gig
so,
at Torch Club.
Yeah, I get to the venue with Jackson after fucking avoiding a shit ton of down trees in Midtown, you know? Like, finally get there, no power. There's no power in the venue at all. It's like, and there's just like emergency lights on, you know?
Oh, so the power was off like the whole time?
The power was on when the lab rats got there to set up. So they set up all their stuff, and the power was on, and then the power went out like I think around like 9:30 or something like that. And like I got there just after that, and it was just out. And for the rest of dude, and then next door Republic had power then like a couple hours later, and they were bumping all this crazy fucking stupid like fist
Yeah.
bumping bullshit, and I'm like we're like fuck, we're trying to do some fucking.
They're bumping Pink, dude.
Yeah, they're definitely. No, that's not fucking Pink. Never mind.
We got Phil Osei in the chat saying, "I don't know you guys, but y'all are cool." Hey,
Hey,
dude, I'll
yeah,
take that.
Appreciate
Dude, I-
it. Yeah,
I think
that's cool. We're
Hell yeah.
expanding, you know.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks, bro.
appreciate it, man. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, much love.
Dude,
man.
we're at 194 right now, baby. We're fucking racking up
Yeah,
the
baby.
subs. You know what I'm saying?
We
Yeah,
want
baby.
everybody to feel like this is their Zude house too. It's
Yeah.
like a house on a sitcom, you know? It's just like
Just come and
yeah.
come in, you know, Kramer your way through the door.
just watch what you say.
yeah. Well, you know, the Zude House is a safe space, but
Zude house is a
Right.
safe space for all
on there.
Zudes, illegal or legal.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Shit. Fuck.
Zudes are inherently illegal. First of all,
Thank you.
Oh, what are you trying to say about me, huh?
Gracias.
Alan's here too, so at
Yeah.
least I'm not alone.
So you guys played without power that whole game.
Yeah, so we
basically.
get there. The lab rats obviously couldn't play because they have like battle stations worth of
Yeah.
like keyboards. You know, like Joey's got an awesome setup.
Dude,
you know, of
Joey's
just-
got the
he's, like,
fucking.
surrounded.
He's got the wall of sound.
Yeah, he's surrounded by keyboards. He's got his little lamp set up and everything
Yeah.
too. It's fucking a whole vibe,
It's
you know.
nasty.
And Miggy with his bass synth, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? And like his whole setup.
They just couldn't play at
Laptop
all.
is sitting there,
Right.
you know, and that requires a lot of power. So
Yeah.
it's like they couldn't do a thing. Carl had a little baby Vox amp, battery amp, and with him that he just happened to have.
That's so lucky,
And
dude.
dude, and we were like, everyone was hanging out in the Torch Club for like a couple hours with nothing happening. Everyone was just in the dark, just drinking. Like,
I
you
mean,
know?
what else are you gonna do on New Year's Eve?
Dude,
That's
it was
what you
crazy.
gotta
It's like,
do.
well, we're here. Why might as well, you know? But then I was just hanging out and talking to people, and this couple comes up to me, and they were like, "Hey, we came from Davis to see you guys. Like we love Big Sticky Mess, and we heard about you guys playing. We came all the way from Davis to see you guys." It's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And they were like, "We are musicians, like singer-songwriters, and we happen to have a battery amp in our car right
fuck
now,
yeah.
like a little 40-watt PA speaker, battery powered, fully charged."
Fuck yeah.
I was like, "What? Yeah, can we borrow that?"
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
And then the homie
That's clutch.
Kevin Welch from Boca del Rio,
Yeah.
he came through with a big old Roland battery powered amp too for the vocals and stuff. So we literally had power for bass, guitar, and vocals. And we're simple. We're a 3-piece funk band, you know? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, that's all you need.
That's all we need, you
Right?
know? Just like
Yeah.
a couple mics and that's it, you know?
Fuck yeah.
And like we
Made it happen.
made it happen. It was
Dude.
a fucking party, dude. It was
Yeah.
so fun. Just a dark party. Like
That's tight though.
we literally started the set with the song "It All Looks the Same in the Dark."
Oh, perfect, dude.
So
Fucking
it's like
fuck yeah.
perfect. Don't
Dude.
touch that light.
Dude, you got bro.
Bro,
your
we were
songs
just
have some of like the best hooks in the fucking game, dude.
We just brushed up on both the albums that are out
Yeah.
for Big Sticky Mess
Yeah.
right now, and yeah, that song had me fucking dead.
Yeah,
It was
dude.
like we all feel the same in the dark, and I was like, "Yo, settle down." Yeah, that's fire though, man.
Yeah, dude. Carl and Pat, man.
How long you been playing with them?
I've been playing with Sticky for about, I think it's like 6 or 7 years now. They've been a thing since like, I think for about 10 years.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know, they had released the first record and they had been gigging for years and really making a name for themselves on the circuit. And like, that's how I met them. I was playing in the band called Zug at
Right.
the time.
Shout
And
out.
we literally, shout out to Zug and Brian Nichols. But we had this gig, I think it was at Sudwork Brewery in Davis.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and Sticky's a fucking they were living in Davis. They were based in Davis at the time. So they had a nice crowd there. And so we played with Sticky and we were all just like super big fans. Like Brian or the guys in Zug they already were fans and they were like telling me like, "These guys, you're gonna love these fucking guys." And
Hell yeah.
immediately, like I was like, "This is one of my favorite bands of all time." Like immediately.
So fucking good,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
great. Just like the lyrics, the vibes, the
Yeah.
fucking riffs,
And
like,
the
all
fact
shit.
that they're actually very educated in like the ways of the funk, you
Yeah.
know, like there's like not like guidelines, but you know, there's like ways you kind of have to be funky.
There's
And,
like it's
you
like
know?
it's just kind of like Buddhism. There's the pillars of the funk, you know.
Yeah, first you gotta smell the part, you know what I'm saying? You gotta talk the talk too. We have like a fucking like vocabulary that we've created. It's like we can communicate with like fewer words than most people. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
Definitely.
Like for example, we have these words zone and frown. Like that's a total zone, dude. Like that could be mostly means it's like kind of a bad thing.
Right.
Like,
Mm.
oh man, I got all these bills, man. It's a fucking zone, dude. You know, it's a whole zone.
Damn, it's a bad zone.
And
dude.
then like a frown, and I was like, dude, I had some fucking pizza earlier. It was super frowny. Like,
yeah,
Oh,
the good,
yeah, but
the
it's in a
good
good
frown.
way.
It's a good frown.
thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like Carl will just literally come up to me and is like, "What's up, dude? What's your frown to zone ratio?"
Oh my god.
I'm like, well, you know, kind of frowny, but also a little bit zony.
Dude,
Some
That's
shit like
hella
that.
funny.
y'all on some opposite day shit.
Yeah, straight up.
It's
Dude,
a
yeah.
frown, but it's a good frown.
Dude, I've been in a crowd with Carl seeing Lettuce at a music festival, just like on some fucking psychedelics, you know, and hanging out, having a good time. And like they were just melting our brains with their funk, and Carl and I were literally just like, "Fuck you guys, you guys are fucking assholes,
Dude, I love that type of shit where like,
you guys are fucking dicks."
dude,
People
Carl-
around us,
yeah.
like the hippies around us, are like, "Oh my god, well, these guys are like mad at them. Like, what happened? What the?" And Carl's just like, "You guys are fucking dicks."
Dude, I
That's
love
so
that type
funny.
of shit where it's just
Yeah.
the goons will just be like, "Man, fuck you."
Yeah,
Like, but it's like a compliment. It's in a
Yeah.
good
yeah,
way.
yeah. It's like a big. That's how they do it in a lot of countries too. Like apparently in Brazil, fucking like they were like Sticky went to Brazil like years ago and like toured with Boca del Rio down there for a while.
Wow.
And there's some cool shit and like literally there's a bunch of people down there like coming up to the middle of the stage like, "Eh, fuck you, buddy. But he's like smiling. I'm like, yeah, fuck you.
I love it.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Dude,
Dude,
the frown to zone ratio.
Yeah, dude. You frown at your zone mostly, you know what I mean?
Well, dude, I just wanted to say this too for the show, but it was just funny because, I met Alan a couple years ago at this point, and I'd actually heard of Big Sticky Mess like way back in like when I was like in Sac State and stuff, because my brother did sound. He does sound in the area, and he's done sound for Zug and for Big Sticky Mess, and I'm pretty sure I saw Zug play at Sac State when you must have been in it at the time, I mean, because
I played a bunch of times there with them. So
so like I swear I must have seen you there too. Yeah. But it's so funny because I knew about Big Sticky Mess, and I was like, yeah, I like him. I know that. And then I saw on your story, because we met just at a party somewhere, and you're like, oh, I'm playing a Big Sticky Mess. And I was like, wait a fucking second. I was like, it just tripped me out. And now you're on the Zudecast. It's just like, damn.
Small world
It's
out
a trip. Yeah, it's coming around.
Hell yeah. And I'm happy to be here. You guys are fucking such good homies. Like, hell yeah. Like,
Dude, glad to have you, bro.
especially you, Chris, man. I've played so much music
Dude,
with your
I know.
ass. Like, you know,
So many gigs, so many festivals at this point.
Oh my
It's
God.
been fucking wild,
It's just,
dude.
You know, because like when we play music together and you get into that fucking zone, you go off and like
The frown zone.
the frown zone, dude. See, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I think the frown zone is synonymous with the thiz face, you know, where you're like,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's the vibe.
Yeah, totally.
That's the fucking vibe.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Coming here and fucking bullshitting with you guys. Fucking with this microphone in my face, I feel so official.
Yeah, dude.
I watch so many fucking comedy podcasts, and I was like, they're all just chill. Like, see, I'm fucking it up already.
Oh yeah, I know. You got disconnected there for a second. I don't know what happened there. I was like, what happened?
I won't touch it.
You're good. You're good.
let's see, we got some chats too.
Oh shit, what's
We
happening?
got Malibu Barbie.
Well, Malibu Bar, we got Azalea Gardens. Is that Dark Party
Azalea?
was good times?
Yeah, that's what
Good
we're talking
memories
about. The Torch Club Dark Party.
Popping up on the big screen there.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
by the way, we got our lovely
that's-
Zudecast in the
That's
chat.
my girl.
look, we got Zudecast in Zudecast, double Zudeception.
Oh yeah, I have it
Yeah.
open on my computer as well.
We got Malibu Barbie. Thank you.
Zudeception.
Hey,
Yeah.
but yo, if
yeah.
you're watching right now, make sure to drop a little like and a subscribe, and you know what I'm saying.
Drop a like, you feel me? Like just
Drop a dude. You can even get a notification, and then when we actually post videos, you guys will know.
it's TikTok.
You can get ready. You can get ready for it. Just had to do it. It's obligatory
Yeah.
YouTube shit. You know what
I
I'm saying?
know.
Obligatory YouTube
Dude,
shit.
shout out to fucking Bobby right now.
Bobingus.
Bobby's running the fucking running the boards. Took the fucking
yeah, dude. You're
took one for the
running
team.
camera angles and everything.
Appreciate you, Gene.
Fucking
Yeah.
killer, dude.
It's
Badass.
it's tough work.
I keep telling you guys about the Nam video that you made of us, that you edited up of us doing
Dude.
Goonie stuff in LA. Like,
Yeah.
it brings me so much joy. Just like, especially the editing, dude. That's like what really just knocked it out of the park. Dude, it's fucking
Oh man,
know.
appreciate it. Yeah, by the way,
Yeah.
if y'all need some fire video editing,
yes. Hit
Tap
this
me
man
in.
Hit up
up.
the boy.
tap
Yeah.
me
This
in.
man up.
What is that? What is that? That doesn't mean anything. Check out my Instagram. Anyway.
Check me
And
out,
also,
son.
if you're interested in being a fellow Zude, being a Zude intern, we need more people to run the boards and do all this stuff, and maybe some people that can help with editing and all that kind of stuff. We're busy fellas. We do a lot
We're
of stuff around
expanding.
here.
Indeed.
We're
And
expanding.
we're expanding. We're building. We're growing.
We're trying to abduct other people to join the Zood mothership so that we can continue to
need a
plan and
merger,
plot.
dude. We
Absolutely.
need a fucking merger.
Yeah, buddy.
We're trying to start the Zude News Network, dude. The ZNN.
The Zood apocalypse is in full sway. That's all I gotta say about that. Yeah.
Oh.
CNN, that's amazing.
Oh, you ever see the ZNN logo? You should pull that up on the
Oh,
Instagram
that's
real quick
amazing.
before.
Oh,
Anyways,
okay, yeah, I'll pull it up in a sec.
but yeah. All right, Alan. When did you start playing? What instruments do you play? Let's go.
Okay. I started out playing bass,
All right.
and then I switched to guitar shortly. Not switched, but started learning guitar shortly after it. I was playing bass. And then about a year, I think it was 2 years after I was playing guitar. So I started playing when I was like 12. I started playing bass in my school, 6th grade band, you know.
Oh, yep.
My dad had an old bass in his closet, and I just found it one day and started playing around with it.
What was it?
It was this old headless bass, actually.
Ooh.
Like these old 80s, like cool, funky basses.
Okay.
Tiny little body.
Yeah, like the weird,
rectangular
like,
body.
yeah.
And then like no headstock. And like you tune it down here at the body. You know?
Okay.
I should have brought it. It's pretty fucking dope. But
Sounds like a flex for such a young age.
it was such a weird bass. But he taught me Smoke on the Water. Like,
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like first song ever, Deep Purple, you know, and then
You gotta.
Jimi Hendrix
That's gotta
and
be the
shit.
first song is
Yeah,
"Smoke on the
of
Water."
course. And so like after that, my parents put me in the school band, so I started reading music and like playing like orchestral style bass. You know what I mean? Started on electric, but then like later on got
stand
to
up.
that upright kind of thing in high school. You know?
Nice.
Nice.
But yeah, and then I started playing drums when I was in the 8th grade. Because I was in the jazz band, which was you had to sacrifice your lunch in middle school
Ooh,
to go to the jazz band.
That sucks,
Yeah.
dude.
So like jazz band was during lunch, so I was like, "Fuck!" But I was like, "Ooh, I really wanted to do it though." What was that?
Are we good?
Yeah, I mean, I think so.
I think
That's
so.
awesome.
I think we're chilling.
But anyway, yeah, jazz band, and I joined the jazz band, and I was playing guitar in that, you know, and the drummer at the time just like stopped doing jazz band like right before we had our first concert, and I was like, well, damn, that sucks. And I was like, teacher, I can go ding 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 ding.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
and just let me sit on the drum set and like experiment a little bit, and like I had it down a little bit, at least could do like simple things. And she was like, okay, now do the hi-hat on this 2 and 4 while you're doing that ding 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 ding, you know. And it's like, okay, now you know how to play like a little jazz beat, kind of, you know.
She's like, not quite my tempo.
Yeah, then threw a chair at me.
Yeah.
But
Just decapitated you with a Zildjian.
Why did my band teacher hella throw shit at people too? Is that like a band teacher thing? He would
Is
literally,
that really?
he would literally grab markers off
high
the
school?
high school. He would grab markers off the fucking thing and be like, just chuck it hard as fuck at you, bro. Like, yeah.
dude, I remember in 8th grade, we had a new band teacher, and she was such a pushover, and we made her life a fucking living
tough,
hell,
bro.
dude. We did such bullshit to that poor lady, dude. Like, we were such assholes. We like remember throwing the roll call clipboard on top of the fucking roof, dude. Like, we locked a kid in a fucking like bass closet one time. It was terrible. Like, we were pieces of shit.
That was me with all the student teachers who would come through and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm at Sac State and I'm a student teacher here." And I was just like, "Oh, I'm about to fucking end this man's whole career." Like, and we would always fuck with them. I remember I had a thing too. I would always ask all of them to homecoming.
Oh my god.
And it's like, most of them were
Such a
like,
little shit.
yeah. Just made it intentionally awkward. Even the guy, like the one who was like a guy, I asked him to homecoming too. I was just like, hey bro, you try to go? Try to like, you like squat
break the
up?
streak,
like, yeah, you
dude.
can't break the streak. I was like senior year, and everybody's like, bro, you won't. And I was like, I will. I don't give a fuck. Like, that was hilarious.
I was like, fuck you, I'm gonna do that.
Oh my god, we got someone who says in middle school that their band director threw a chair at the wall. Nice, very nice.
Nice. That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
no, my middle school band teacher didn't like throw stuff, but he definitely like yelled and like cursed people out for
Damn.
sure. But
Dude,
yeah.
I'm just used to fucking Mr. Winstead, dude. In
Mr.
middle
Winstead
school.
was the
He was
shit,
chill.
bro. He was
super
the
chill.
best, bro. That's
didn't
like
throw shit.
he was like a fucking like even amongst other band teachers like in the local area. Like our middle school band teacher was like known as the GOAT, like because he was like a old theater gay dude, like, you know, like into the arts and the theater, but he knew how to get like a good like performance out of people for sure.
Yeah.
And it I don't know, he was just really sick, and he was just like a really encouraging person in general, and like
Shout
that's
out.
big shout out. Because we were in middle school band together too, middle school jazz band. And so that's, I was like, oh man, that's awesome. I love, that's a great environment.
Dude, I feel like
I
feel like we've talked about middle school, high school band with like a few guests at
Really?
this point. Like,
Yeah, no, for
It
real.
was
Higher
such an
ratio.
integral part
Yeah,
of it.
dude, it really is.
Because honestly, my first middle school band teacher where I started playing bass was this older like raging lesbian lady. Like super butch, but she was like German and shit.
Oh man.
And she like was super hard on kids, and like I literally seen her like scream bloody murder in front of their face, like oh, you need to sit down and shut up, like wow, like damn, holy shit. But she loved me because I was like, I'm not getting on her bad side, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she also was like a bass player too, she like kind of liked that, you know, that I was a bass player, and kind of took me under her wing a bit, and like it really inspired me to keep actually going with it, you know what I mean? Like she and then also my high school band teacher, my college instructors too, were all super like integral parts of me continuing music and like wanting to like do it. And you know what I mean? Like huge shout out to Miss Frew, Mr. Glazer in high school, and Diane Effertson over at ARC. Like
hell yeah, man.
Huge shout out to those guys. Like without them I wouldn't be playing the way I am today, you know what I mean?
Would you say your different music instructors and the different way they went at it like was able to get like different like things to grow out of your
absolutely, because my first teacher was super strict and hard on people, so you played it the way you needed to play it, you know what I mean? And then in high school it was cool because he was more relaxed and like wasn't too hard on people, but would give you the look, like a dad look, like get your shit together, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so he was cool. He was kind of a cooler guy, but kind of had that dad vibe to him, you know?
Yeah.
And then in college, it was just like hard. It was a combination of both hard ass, but super lax at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like literally calling you out in the middle of like a 30-piece band, like, you're slowing down super hard. Like you need to like work on that. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean? In front of like 40 kids or something. You know?
That is such a good motivator too. Getting called the fuck out in front of a whole class.
Right. But then in the hallways, we're literally like roasting each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like shooting this shit and like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I love those kinds of relationships with people too, where you get serious when you need to, you know what I mean? But we're hanging out, you know, having a good time. No one needs to be an asshole.
No, definitely. And it's like, I mean, when I was in high school band and on drumline, we were all, you know, we all dicked around more than anybody else when it wasn't business time.
Right.
But when it was serious time, we were all locked the fuck in, and that's like that definitely showed with the rest. Like, you know, we were always on point, compared to some of the other sections of the band.
Exactly how my high school band was too. Mm-hmm. And our teacher literally, when he knew that it was a whole day of just working with like the other sections, like the woodwinds and stuff, he would literally be like, "All right, drums, go outside. I don't give a fuck. Go do whatever the fuck you want. Like, do not be in here because you're gonna fucking distract everyone." You know what I mean? Like, because we had our shit together. And like you said, like when we had to actually play, it was like on point. You know what I mean?
High key, our band teacher would pit us against each other because if the band, like the drum line was like all on the same page, like he wouldn't be able to like say shit to us because we were so good at running ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's like he needed us to be bickering with each other, bro. It was fucking wild,
it's
bro.
a mind game.
For real. So big time playing favorites to like an nth degree, you know? Like just like being like, oh, well, he's in charge, so you have to listen to him, and it's all like, why is he in charge? And it's like, because I said so.
Yep.
And then it's a trip. It was a trip. But I was saying too, I was like, high school is where I learned about like the super disciplined kind of viewpoint towards music, because my high school music teacher, very, very rigid guy, and like, I'm not gonna lie, we'd play a bunch of boring ass shit, and I was all like, why are we playing this? A, the school doesn't give money to the band program to get better music. A. B, this is what our music teacher picked. So why did he pick this? I was like, what does he see in this? And it was just like a lot of stuff where it was like, you had to really pay attention to like the counting, you know, where it'd be like kind of like very long pieces that are meant to be like played like in like a big like ballroom or sort of event setting. And then it's like
acts. And like the first act is here. It's like, it's a fucking long ass piece.
Yeah, some of them were boring as fuck, but definitely learned how to like appreciate, you know, all elements. Because then when I was in the Sound of Music for like the musical, and it's like all you're gonna do for the whole song is
Right.
And I was playing drums for Sound of Music, and
Doing
you
the
know,
uns with the umlauts and everything.
yeah,
Oh,
no, for
yeah.
real, yeah, exactly. Wearing the lederhosen, you know, and a little
Really?
cap, you know.
Oh,
Yeah, I wore lederhosen in the pit of the
pit?
musical.
Oh, shit.
No, I didn't. I wore all black.
Yeah, I was
the
about
pit
to
wears
say,
all black. Yeah,
Hell
the
yeah.
pit wears all black.
That would be sick if the pit were all lederhosen.
Dude, that would have been heat for Sound of Music.
Lederhosen.
I just want to say real quick too. I've said this a million times, but my girlfriend in high school played the Nazi leader in the Sound of Music.
Oh my god, was she
And
like blonde?
And you're
or
like,
something?
this is so hot.
She
right now,
wasn't-
and I don't know why.
She wasn't blonde, but she was very intimidating. So I can see why.
popping open a cold one here, boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
Modelo time.
Oh,
Actually, it's
Pacifico
Pacifico
time. There you go.
Yeah, I know you
Pacifico
bought them.
I can't read.
Dude, yeah. The,
Mark, I can't read.
the tell-all expose about Alan. He can't read. He's like, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, so-
I
Dude,
never
but,
learned how
um,
to read good.
But you were like, you were born in New York, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I was born in New York City.
Damn.
Long Island. Long Island, New York.
Long way from
Well, I
home,
was-
aren't you?
Yeah, right, boy.
Tell us about that.
from Chile. Hey.
Yeah, so both my parents are Chilean, and I'm the first generation of our family to be born in the U.S.
Nice.
Me and my sister. My dad also had another marriage, so I have two half sisters in New York. They're like almost twice my age. It's crazy, like a whole different life. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But yeah, no, it was crazy growing up in New York. It said like such a culture shock coming here when I was like, I think I was 9 years old. I was like 9 years old. We moved here in 2000. No, 99. It was-
99.
yeah,
Hey, that's
I
what.
moved here in 99.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, it was wild because like in New York, I would be in the city a lot with my mom or my dad. You know, my dad was a fucking limo driver at the time. You know, like
Nice.
literally, he would take me to school in limos a couple times. You know what I mean? Drop me off at PS 31 public school 31.
Some Hey Arnold sounded fucking
yeah.
school, dude.
Yeah,
Dude,
straight
for
up,
real.
literally. That's why I had loved that show too, because it was like, oh, it's like around
we
the corner.
Are we in the presence of Stoop Kid right now? Punk icon Stoop Kid.
Crust punk
Dude,
icon.
that fucking
Hey,
soundtrack was dope.
goddamn,
too.
we had. I don't mean to like flex right now, but we're up to 196 right now, dude. People are
Let's
tuning
fucking
in.
go.
Hey, drop a fucking
Please
like,
flex.
drop a comment if you're tuning in for the first time to the ZUDECAST. It looks like we got a couple first timers in
The
here. So
Zudes.
shout out.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I love what you guys do, man. This is fucking
Thank you, man.
super sick. I love the space here too. Like you
That
literally just have some of my favorite shit. MF Doom,
Right.
Fucking Star Wars, Jimi Hendrix. Like, come on,
Bro,
dude.
Yoda's a Zood, bro.
Yeah, dude. Come on.
Absolutely.
He is.
Yoda's a Zood and Jimi Hendrix is a Zood too.
Yeah, dude. We're all Zudes.
You get. I'm glad you get it.
What
You
else
know,
is
I'm
that?
glad
This is
you.
great.
Yeah,
This is great.
yeah.
Even like the gear over here, I'm just like oogling all the
Man, yeah,
the
dude.
like techie stuff.
Dude, I know. Like every couple weeks, I'm just like hitting up Reverb and hitting
I
up
know.
whatever. Just
It's a
like,
problem, dude.
what else can I spend all my money? And
Yeah.
then like at the end of month, be like, oh shit, I don't even fucking have rent because I just
Yeah.
bought like
Dude.
fucking I bought this rack and I bought a
Yeah.
fucking graphics card and I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, I'm fucking. We got the little stizzy over there.
We got the little stizzy going around,
the
bro.
steezy. I used to call them the steezies.
the Steezies, the Stizzy Gillespie.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Dude, that's cool. So fucking
Yeah, New
fucking-
York.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about New York a little.
Because
bit.
how long were you there? You were there until
I was-
99.
So yeah, I
you
was
were
born
like,
in
what, like-
'91, so I was
Right.
8. I was 8 when
Wow.
we moved here. We moved here to Sacramento actually immediately, and I've been here since '99.
Nice.
So I'm basically a Cali boy. you
That's
know what I
when. That's
Why
when.
Sacramento?
mean? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Is there a Y in Sacramento? Did they just pick?
Oh
your-
well, my mom actually, when she moved to this country, came to California and had some connections out here.
Oh, okay.
First in the LA area, I think, and then
Mhm.
eventually that connection was up here.
Nice.
What is not like the pocket area, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
And so it's like she just had a connection out here, and just was like she came and lived here. Was like a straight up nanny for a while, you know, over here.
Yeah.
And then
As you
and then after a couple years of that, she moved to New York and got some jobs out there. She actually used to work in World Trade Center 7.
Oh,
7. The one
dude,
that got
Tower
that,
7.
that fell down that wasn't hit by anything.
Yeah,
That's the
right.
one. Is that?
The hotel, like the fucking
Yeah,
hotel,
Building 7 or Tower 7 or
yeah,
whatever.
Tower 7.
Damn.
Yeah, she was like a maid there. I remember going to work
That's
with
wild,
her.
dude.
Like,
That's insane.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
Yeah, there's pictures. I've had pictures at the World Trade Center.
Damn, so
and
y'all
stuff.
got out just like in
like
time.
a couple years
Yeah,
before.
a couple years
It was
ahead of the
crazy.
curve.
Luckily, I didn't have it. We
got
didn't
the
have
call.
any families or friends that were in the town at the moment. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Thank God.
Yeah, that was really lucky for us. But no, it was crazy. Like everyone, like you in the city. I remember being used to be in the city, like subway travel, taxi travel,
Yeah.
just walking the sidewalk for fucking miles or whatever, you know. And like people are super mean, and you literally have to be on guard all the fucking time, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And like look down, like don't look at anyone in the fucking eye, literally.
Yeah.
Like that's like they'll be like, the fuck you looking at, you know? Like,
That's where that shit comes
you
from.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like moved here, and then like we're just walking down the street to go to the supermarket, and there's like a couple on a tandem bicycle, and they like swoop around us all like super like Cali summer vibes,
Yeah.
and like ring their little bell like, hey guys, and just like went about their way. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Palm trees and people are nice and shit.
Yeah.
And like, what? This is tight.
Dude, yeah. You know any couple that has a fucking tandem bike? Dude, they're we got some mic stuff going on.
Yeah, I've never heard that before in my
That was
life.
interesting.
Yeah.
It's the Chilean powers.
Sounds like a cable thing.
I know it's your Ouija board experience, bro. Coming
Oh,
to this
no.
freaking
Oh,
Zoot
shit.
house, bro.
You brought that up.
Oh shit.
We'll double back to that. But so yeah, what's the biggest like culture shock thing? Would you say was that like part of it, or what did you say?
A lot of the vocabulary too was pretty interesting to me. Like,
Yeah.
like the hecka and the hella. Well, it was hecka when
Dude,
it's
hecka-
in front of your parents. You know what I'm
Hecka
saying?
is so fucking specific
yeah,
to
dude.
NorCal
Like
too.
hecka and tight.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Like,
tight.
oh, that's tight, dude.
Yeah.
And dude, of course.
Yeah.
No one in New York said dude like that. You know what I
Right.
mean? And
What, let's say like bro.
he was like man or bro. It was
Yeah.
bro, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And like he was dude here. You know what I mean? It's like whatever, dude. Totally, dude. You know, it's like
yeah.
that was like so crazy to me. And I was just like used to being I didn't really have a New York accent like that, you know what I mean? I lived in Queens, you know.
Oh yeah.
Where 50 Cent got shot, you know.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
9
Yeah.
times.
9 times.
I'm
Where
not-
the fucking shout out to Tribe Called Quest, also in Queens,
Hey,
New
whoa,
York.
whoa, whoa.
Oh hell yeah.
You know, but it was, you know, I was just a kid at home, you know, it was like kind of nerdy.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
but I liked sports though. Back then I was playing soccer and tennis.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I always said too. I was like, my family, they moved to. You were a little older when you moved over here because you were born in '91. I was born in
Yeah.
'95. So like, my family's from LA, and we moved up here in '99 too. And so
Nice.
I always say it's like I'm a Los Angeles flavored Californian,
Yeah.
you know, like I'm
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a LA flavored.
Totally.
But
Yeah,
it's just
slightly different vibe, but
yeah, it's weird how there's like that time, those couple years can really like shape like how you kind of interact with the rest of the stuff up here, interact with all the rest of the stuff up here. Yeah, that's dope though, man. Because my grandma's from Mexico too, and my dad is the first generation born in America too.
cool.
And on my mom's side, it goes way, way back. But my grandma's from Mexico, and my grandpa on my dad's side. So that's
Nice.
that's dope
Yeah.
that you're
Yeah.
you know first generation like
Yeah.
that. Or what is it? First generation? Say they're so weird. I forget how the classifications are.
If
or
your
whatever.
parents are immigrants, then you're first generation if you're
Yeah.
born here.
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So that's that's
So
awesome.
I'm like literally the first American of my family.
that's fucking
So
dope, man.
it was awesome. And I knew my family pretty well. We were traveling pretty often before we moved to California, like to Chile. So I like knew all my cousins and,
Mhm.
and my, you know, all my family and stuff. So,
Right.
So
Yeah.
you'd come back and forth pretty frequently. Then?
yeah, it was like every year, once or twice we were going to Chile. You know what I mean?
What's life like down there?
Well, we mostly stay with my mom's side of the family usually. So I know them the best because my dad's side was pretty like scattered and like there's a lot of different routes and like you know roads that have been taken there, you know. But it was like a ranch. It was literally just like a country ranch. Like my grandpa had like chickens, he had hound dogs, he had horses.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Like they would go hunt. He was a hunter. He liked to hunt foxes and stuff for the pelts and stuff.
Yeah.
And he had a whole like group of hound dogs, and he bred them and stuff. And chicken farm, you know, and
Yeah.
corn. I think he had a whole ass corn fucking field. It was crazy. He had a lot of
That's tight.
shit. But
What's the geography looking like down there in Chile? Like, what's like the
Dude,
landscapes looking
you know,
like?
it's funny. It's literally like mirrored to here, like because in like that area, like Santiago, like the central part of Chile,
Mhm.
is like literally like the Central Valley here in
Right.
California. We have the exact same agriculture.
It's like the
Like-
same distance from the
And it's, like,
equator or
similar
whatever.
distance to
so
the
it's
equator.
like
we're
kind of
in
that
a
Mediterranean.
valley, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And like we literally like on our off seasons, we get a lot of shit from Chile because it's their on seasons. Flip
Oh,
the
yeah,
equator,
yeah,
Right.
But like it's exactly the same. Like it's almost exactly the same.
That's such a trip too. How the seasons are flipped
Yeah.
in the southern
Yeah,
hemisphere.
dude,
too.
I
So you
remember-
go in the winter and then you're just like it's
Dude,
summertime.
I remember spending many Christmases and New Year's in shorts and a t-shirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sandals. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And being
that's
hot out there. You know what I mean? Like Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which
That's-
is, you know, snow in New York is literally fucking 4 feet of snow in my fucking front yard.
Yeah, that must be a trip because even like going to LA and it's like hot in LA versus up here where it's fucking cold and rainy, like that. Yeah, I can't even admit. So dude, New York winters though, are they
Gnarly.
fucked, bro?
Below zero, dude.
Yeah.
Below zero temperatures. Like fucked. Like we're right by the ocean too, you know, so we get all the wind and the ice and the fucking and snow. Like I said, there was like feet of snow usually. I remember being being taller than me. You know what I mean? Like the snow built up, you know?
Dude,
That's
Fucking
nuts.
wild. But
So
snow
are
is
you-
crazy, dude. We're so like accustomed to the nicest fucking weather in most of California.
spoiled as fuck, bro.
So fucking spoiled.
yeah.
I was just playing like a few gigs out in like Reno and Truckee and shit though lately, and the snow's crazy. I don't know. Have you played out in the snow recently?
not recently. I have played up in like there has been gigs up in like Truckee
Yeah.
and like Tahoe. Dude, there's been some epic little road trips I've taken up to like North Tahoe in
Yeah.
January. Fucking couple feet of snow, you know.
I love areas like that,
Yeah.
dude, where it's just like it's nice though in California because you could just be a couple hours away and you get into the snow and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, you have to deal with the snow shit.
Yeah.
Because the last two times I went up to Reno and Truckee, the drive took like 5 hours, 6
Totally.
hours, like every time because it's like with the Gold Souls, the van that
Right,
doesn't
the
have
slow-ass
4-wheel
van,
drive.
too.
Doesn't
Oh
have
my
four,
God.
so it's like we have to put on the snow tire or the snow chains,
Yeah.
and then it's just a whole thing. You can only drive like 30 miles an hour with the chains on, dude. It
Yeah,
fucking
no, I hate
blows.
chains. That's like I like my Subaru because
Dude,
I
that's
literally had
exactly-
like all weather tires and they
Yeah.
weren't like good by any means. They're probably 5 out of 10, you know. And like I passed the chain check with flying colors.
Yeah,
Like
they just let you.
the
through,
lady
like,
just like looks at me.
they're not checking that
She's
hard.
like she looks at the cars like Subaru. Yeah, you're good.
Exactly.
And honestly, I was watching like $60,000 cars, SUVs like spin at like 5 miles an hour and
Yep.
almost hit a bank. You know what I mean? Like, and my Subi's just like scampering along. It's like happy to be in the fucking snow. I love that
It's
fucking
like
thing.
fucking just skipping.
Yeah,
Dude, like I
It's
know. I
probably-
want
Is it like because is it kind of like small?
Yeah,
almost?
it's the
because but it's got
smallest
like
one.
it's got like the engine and like the
Yeah.
tires still. So
It's got the all-wheel drive, so it's just like it's
What do
just
you have?
grippy.
You have an Outback or a
Impreza.
or Impreza? Nice,
Yeah.
dude. Oh, yeah.
Little wag. It's kind of it needs some work right now. Actually, it's kind of in the shop. My girlfriend has been very gracious in letting me borrow her car.
I know you pulled up in the Kia. I was like,
Thanks,
what?
baby.
I was like,
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
is that Brian's
She
car?
has the same exact
same
car as Brian's.
The fucking green,
green
Kia
too?
The
Soul.
green Shrek,
The
car-
freaking-
Kia Soul, yeah.
the Halo car, bro.
The
freaking-
Master Chief car.
Mhm.
Dude, it's all bad. Have you guys heard about in Seattle? They're doing a class action lawsuit on Kia and Hyundai
Oh shit!
not
because of the because so many people are breaking. You ever hear about Kia boys?
Oh,
What?
I've
It was
heard
like-
about this,
Is
but
this
no,
a,
but
a
explain
rap
it. Yeah.
group?
No, it's like
Rap
well,
group.
I mean, some of them probably are, but
Sounds like a very hip rap group.
there's a way that you can hack the computers on Kias and Hyundais. Like after a certain year, you put like a flash drive or whatever, or I forget how it works. You do something with the computer and you can just hotwire the shit.
Oh my God.
And so it would just be like a bunch of 16-year-olds in places just going to Kia dealerships or like whatever, or just finding random Kias. and just fucking taking them on a joyride, crashing them, doing all sorts of shit with them.
Too, it's almost like a, what do they call, like the shortcakes or whatever, where it's just you can just like plug it in and it's got like a program on it. Like,
Yeah,
what's
it's
it called? Something like that.
Those OBD sensors.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
plug in,
exactly,
but,
exactly.
It's like a hacking thing.
It's one of those, yeah, dude. It's so fucked. That's like all these newer cars with the computers and shit. It's like whatever boomer take, but like, dude,
No, honestly,
it's like, dude,
you
don't
can
want to
hack into a Tesla,
like,
dude.
right.
You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
too
you can
easy,
literally
dude.
hack into it. Like,
It's
Yeah.
wild,
there's
bro.
like videos of people doing it.
Dude, fucking Billy's Hyundai got hacked, dude. Got broken into. I don't know if it was that because of that, but people are actively going after fucking
Hyundais and
Kias and Hyundais because of that. It's so stupid, dude.
Korean cars.
Yeah, man, they need to get it together.
What's
I don't
going
know.
on?
It's like, oh, we got to dude. If your car needs a firmware update, fuck that.
Fuck that, bro. You see how long it takes for like a laptop to update?
Yeah.
I mean, fuck a car, bro.
If you need a data plan for your car, then what the fuck are we doing?
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
If you need a data plan for your car, you might not be a redneck.
That's why, dude. That's why I'm looking for like a '90s Chevy Suburban or some
Dude.
shit like that, where it's just
yeah.
nothing to them. Like it's
Dude.
just simple as fuck.
No, yeah, my 2002, my Subaru's a 2002.
Yeah.
So it's like, it doesn't even yell at you if you don't have your seatbelt on. Like, it doesn't do it.
The good old
it's just
days.
like,
It's like,
it
dude,
just
I
says
know,
you have your seatbelt on, the lights on.
dude, I know when to
But
put
it
my
doesn't yell at
seatbelt
you.
on. I know when to put my seatbelt
I
on,
know,
and it's
yes.
called on the highway.
Thank you, car. It still has a fucking cigarette lighter, too.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah,
that's
dude.
classic though.
So if I'm a little stressed
Ashtrays,
out,
dude.
yeah.
If
Dude,
you- if
cars
you're
with
sh-
ashtrays.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Ashtray.
classic.
if you're ever stressed out, you could just do one of these, like, you
Yeah.
just feel alive again, you know? You feel me? That's what,
They
that's what those
got
are
you.
really for, you know?
Yeah, Subaru got
Oh,
you.
you're like, oh, yeah,
You need to feel like a man, yeah.
the thrill of being alive, you know?
Dude, that
the
car's
thrill
tight.
of being a Colorado lesbian.
Exactly,
Yeah.
dude.
Subaru.
That's
Dude,
dude.
I
Exactly.
wish I was a Colorado lesbian.
Dude,
That's
dude,
the
probably
dream.
making
They're
more
living
money,
it
you know
up
what I'm
over
saying?
there.
Fuck, dude. That
Sponsored by Subaru.
you got that muff on ice out there. You know what I'm saying?
Ice cold Bloody Marys.
Need that shag carpet out there. It's cold. You know what I'm saying?
Sheesh. All right, what were we talking about last?
Dude,
what was happening?
What else? Shit.
New York. I came
New York,
here.
yeah, New York. You know, he's like kind of from New York or something.
Yeah, I came here, you know, and I was talking like this, but you know, now I totally talk like that. Hell yeah.
I was gonna say I do pick up on a California accent from you, though. I can hear it.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
definitely.
definitely a Cali
It's
boy.
unavoidable. You
Absolutely,
can't
yeah.
like you can't escape. And now it's
No.
all like everything's bussing and on
Oh
God.
my god. Okay, I haven't gotten there yet. but
Everything's goblin mode.
I only do that when I'm
Yeah.
around you, honestly. When you say shit's busting. That shit's
Sometimes shit
blessed.
is bussing, and I just didn't know that there was a word for it before. And now I feel like I can describe what I'm talking about
Yeah.
just much more clearly because of words like bussing.
much clearer form
Dude.
of communication.
Ooh,
Oh,
oh,
Fucking god.
dude, it's the supernatural powers.
sorry, dude.
Oh, we got someone in the chat saying, "Okay, but the Ouija board story." So
Oh, yeah.
Azalea in the chat.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
let
what's
me
up with
form
that, man?
let me form this in the form of a question for the clips. Have you ever had a supernatural experience or paranormal experience you can't explain?
Yes. Short story. I mean, it's nothing like shit. I saw shit moving around. It's nothing like that, you know what I mean, on its own. But I used to play Ouija board a lot when I was in like high school with a little group of friends, you know, and we literally it was my band I was playing with at the time. We were a 3-piece like progressive rock band, and I played guitar, and my homie on drums, my homie on bass. The drummer, his girlfriend at the time, had a original Ouija board from like the 60s or some shit.
Ooh, those are the curse ones.
Yeah, it was like it would look gnarly too. It looked like it was on its way, you know. But like, we dug that up and we just decided to fucking start playing around with it. And like, we got a little tiny group of friends that we would get together like almost every weekend and literally bring the fucking Ouija board and fucking crazy, like just talk to fucking spirits, you know, and like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like the thing moving around, it's in a weird way, you know, like you kind of have to touch this fucking little director.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what it's called, but you're gonna have to like give it your energy or something, like that.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to touch it. You're not supposed to actually move it and like, like because that's what that's the gimmick,
That's the thing, right? Where it's
Like,
like, oh, it's just
how
moving
can you
in this
trust-
direction, but it's like that's just you doing.
How can you
that.
trust, like, the other person? Because it has to be two people
Right.
at least.
Right.
Well, unless you're.
So we kind of
Yeah.
share the responsibility
Yeah.
between the two people.
It's kind of weird if you do it by yourself, like the fucking Exorcist and shit like that. You know what I mean?
We're
But-
talking about shit that's too high level right
don't
now.
even-
That's why
yeah.
the mic drops.
Yeah. I brought the juju.
Yeah. So what happened?
So we played it a lot. We would talk to these spirits and like get stories. Like we would just be dumb, and be like what, like how did you die? We'd start talking to people, and they would be like, I don't know. Like they would start telling us their story or whatever, and we had someone writing down the letters as it went by, And I don't know. There was a lot of moments where me and my homie, my bass player at the time, Alex Sanchez, we were kind of playing with it, and like I don't know if he was fucking with it, but I did see the goddamn thing move on its own, like with us hovering above it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's
What
moving
the fuck?
faster than our hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a couple times where it was like a really crazy strong connection where it was just like fucking damn near moving on its own. And like one of those times, I think it was like, because you have to start it out by saying, is there anyone out there? And then you put your hands and you fucking wait. And if it starts moving, it starts maybe going in the direction of, maybe it'll just say yes, because there's yes, no, alphabet numbers, and then it says goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And you have to close it out,
You
right?
have to close it out.
Yeah.
And that's what has to happen, or that maybe you get some
weird
lingering shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit. And you would do this like at just a house or?
Yeah, we would do it. We were doing it at that girl's house who it belonged to.
Right.
And we also did it a lot at my drummer's house at the time. And his mom traveled a lot at the time, so there would be like weekends where she would just be gone and it would be like me and the boys like just hanging hard. We were innocent too. We weren't crazy. We weren't like drinking or smoking or anything like that either. We were just like hanging out hard, playing video games, eating sugar,
Yeah.
and playing music.
Those
you
are
know?
the days,
The
dude.
old school getting lit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
and like playing music and recording music too. We were starting to
Mhm.
like get good at doing that kind of shit.
How old are you guys at this point?
They were like 16.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
16, 17.
Mhm.
And fuck. So there's the time that made me stop playing was I also was super I was like researching shit too a lot at the time, like
Diving into
I'm
the
on
occult.
computer just like
Yeah.
studying Aleister Crowley a bit, and like occult shit and like watching ghost like videos and shit a lot, like seeing if I could debunk it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like really into that kind of shit, ghost
ghost
hunting
shit.
and shit. But so we were playing one night and it was just the band, the three of us and one of our friends, and he was writing down the letters and shit, so on a notepad, and so we asked, is there anyone out there? And before I say that, we fucking did this whole little ritual beforehand. It was hella funny.
yeah?
It was like, oh, my homie did like this little prayer, like that there not be any evil spirit. I don't remember how he said it, but it was like keep away evil spirits or something like that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
At the tone of this bell, and then he hit this little ceramic vase that had a really nice tone when you hit it with a drumstick,
Mm-hmm.
and it like rang out. And we were just dark room in his bedroom, closed door with a little candle next to the fucking Ouija board. That's how we were playing. It was like in the middle of the night too,
Yeah.
You're trying to get the fucking
Trying to
crazy
get the
shit.
creeps, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, and we was like, anyone out there? It's like, oh yes, and it turned out to be this woman named Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, and like she spelled out her name and stuff, and we were just like cut to. I think we tried not to bullshit too hard, or like just cut to the chase. We were like, do you have any messages for us or some shit like that? Like, and she was like, yes. She said, forgive him.
What the fuck?
And we were like, whoa, okay. I was like, forgive who? And she said, man in hallway.
What the fuck?
And it was like, whoa, what the fuck? And we just like a little looked at the door, like it was closed, you know?
Yeah.
Locked.
You locked?
Yeah.
I think someone went and locked it at that point.
Yeah.
And like, and we're just freaking ourselves out, you know? And it was like, what did it say? It was like, man in hallway. It's like, who is this man in the hallway? We asked, you know, like, who is this, you know? It was like her ex-lover. And what she wanted us to do was to tell him to forgive him for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so she was like, open door. I remember her spelling out open door at one point. What the hell? It's like, she's like literally telling us to open the door and forgive the man in the hallway.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like, well, there's no one home. We're all in this bedroom.
That's nuts. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Like, my homie Sanchez worked up the balls, or he was just playing the trick on us the entire time because he was a little devilish a little bit back in the day.
Yeah.
But he was also pretty Buddhist at that point. I don't know. He was like really into like Buddhism and and all sorts of shit. You know what I mean? He's a very spiritual cat now. You know.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's why it was always very strong playing with him because like he was very spiritual.
Yeah,
know?
man. If you actually take it seriously, that's when you're gonna get the most out of playing with like a Ouija board or even like, you know, things like, you know, trying to manifest something, or, you know, it's when you take it seriously, because all that stuff's about like the power of belief, and that's kind of, I you know, like obviously
sword.
Yeah. So
But anyways,
yeah.
So at this point, Sanchez, our homie Sanchez, goes up and opens the door, and we turn the lights on. And at this point, you know,
Yeah. All right, I'm not fucking
Right,
around
we're not
anymore.
fucking around.
Yeah.
We got the big guns. We got light bulbs. You know,
Right. The number one enemy of ghosts. Light
a
bulbs.
lamp.
Yeah. Ask Luigi from Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah,
Like
right.
apparition yourself now, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm about to turn the vacuum on. I'm gonna use the hose.
Who you gonna call?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
This dick.
Yeah.
We should have grabbed the vacuum. God damn it. That would've been like in Casper. Fucking.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, homie opens the door and he's like, and he kind of takes a breath and he says, Sarah forgives you, you know? And like, and then he describes he felt like some sort of like rush of energy or something.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like a wind or something, but you know, like
Yeah.
some force kind of passed by.
Yeah.
And it kind of like made him take a step back out of the doorway.
Yeah.
And we were like, "Oh shit, are you okay?" Like, whoa. I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Like,
Yeah.
okay. And like close the door. And then we were like, have we fulfilled your request? And she's like, no. We were like, what? Like she says, open door again.
Oh, fuck that, dude.
Like, I'm like, what? Like, why would you just want us to open the door again? Fucking creepy as fuck,
Dude,
yo.
that's getting sketchy.
Like, okay, we're like talking about it, like, fuck, dude, that's fucking weird, you know? Like,
Yeah, no, it's really creepy when you get like the back and forth and it starts to seem like a conversation almost. You're like, what the hell's
especially
going on
like,
here?
we're doing shit for her too, and it's like, no, I want more.
Yeah,
what?
that's sign of the sussy baka, like, you know.
and so I was like, okay, why do you want us to open the door again? You know? And she says, hug.
Oh my god,
Yo.
really?
I was like, I was like, dude, we are not doing that. I'm sorry. We're not. If we open the door, it's not for that. Okay.
Not gonna give a ghost a fucking
You know what I
hug.
mean?
Like, yeah,
Like I was like, bro, that demon's gonna take over somebody's body if she touches you. You know,
or
you give her-
that too, or it's gonna be like, I love you, baby. Thanks for forgiving me. Let me just go
Succubus.
ahead and just fucking. It's
Oh
like, hey,
my
oh,
God.
hey, say,
Homie
slow
just
down.
starts jerking.
Hey.
Like,
Yeah, he's
holy
all
shit,
like-
bro.
He's like, I need it so bad.
Oh,
It's
You're
been
like,
100
finally.
years.
You're like, it's like, this is the reason I bought the Ouija board.
oh my god.
Get sucked off by a ghost.
I finally found it.
Let's go.
So
All
yeah,
my years
so-
of occult knowledge are finally paying off.
it never sucked so sweet. Goddamn succubus. Or incubus,
so
depending
did
on
you-
your,
so-
your,
so-
the way
so-
you like, you know.
Pardon me while I bust. So did you get sucked or not though?
Okay.
Or did your
okay.
homie get sucked? Because it was
Okay.
the homie at the door, right?
He didn't really want to do that.
So did he get sucked by a male ghost?
Okay. Why was it the dude or was it Sarah? You know what I'm saying? Man in hallway still hanging out in the hallway.
Right.
So did he get his butthole fingered by the ghost?
If the ghost is wearing socks, it's okay. If you don't make any eye contact, it's all right.
Oh
with
my
the ghost.
god! How will I know if the ghost is there? Hey, I have more questions. No, anyway.
Oh, it was a spooky ghost. The fucking the ectoplasm everywhere.
South Park, the ectoplasm.
Oh my god. Okay, anyway, this fucking ghost wants us to open the door again, you know, to give us a hug. It wasn't specific on who was giving the hug, but I was immediately like, fuck that. Like, no.
Yeah.
Sanchez, we can't do this. We're like, okay, so we said, I'm sorry, but we cannot fulfill your last request. Goodbye.
Mhm.
And luckily, this lady said goodbye right there.
She's like, damn.
Yeah.
Again.
And so after that, we were like stuck in that room for a while.
Fuck, dude.
Just like considered going out the window.
To not open the door.
Bro.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's nuts, man.
oh, it was creepy as fuck, you know. And we were sufficiently creeped out. And I, at that point, after that, it was like summer vacation or some shit. And I remember I was like, we're stopping. We can't play this shit anymore. Like, you know, I don't want to play this shit anymore, honestly. And so for like a month after, though, I felt like I was like followed by some fucking inner demon or something, a poltergeist, you know what I mean? Some inner conjuration of your fucking subconscious shit, you know what I mean?
Well, I imagine too that kind of shit too. If you like, again, it works better when everybody takes it seriously, and then too, it definitely would stick with you if you take it seriously and then have like other stuff going on. It would like bounce back to that almost, because it's such a mental thing already.
Yeah.
And then it being a mental thing is what taps in allegedly to this kind of spiritual or psychic or afterlife or whatever you want to call it. Because I feel like I've definitely had things where it's like I had weird dreams that were super deep, and then I felt like something was still kind of like lingering.
Yeah.
And
Some
that's
sort
just
of
a trip,
energy,
man.
you
I
know?
was always warned about Ouija boards, like by my Jehovah's Witness grandma and by my Mexican grandma too.
Of course.
Like both of them were like, do not fuck with
My
Ouija
mom
boards.
had no idea that I was playing with that shit because she would have been like, hell the fuck no. Like, do not do that.
Yeah, I would have got like my ass whooped with the belt, like for
Straight
playing
up.
with the Ouija board. Like,
Yeah, no, that shit's serious in the Latin community.
Dude, that
You know?
shit's creepy,
no, because
man.
Santeria is real, and like that's a big thing in
Cuba.
It's not just a sublime song. Santeria
I know,
is like
no,
crazy witchcraft.
It's
know,
an old religion too. It's kind of a weird religion, but
isn't it like about like imbuing objects with like type of shit too? Like that's like a thing, right?
Transferring energy into something.
Yeah,
I remember Joey Diaz would talk about that shit.
Dude,
that shit's
Cuban,
sus,
you
bro.
know?
he definitely knows a bunch about that.
Yeah.
shit. There's some crazy motherfucking witches down there and shit. You know,
Brujas, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And the thing is there was this whole thing, right, where it was kind of, I was watching like a bunch of videos. It was like Eudoxia Mysteries or something like that on YouTube, and it was like, oh yep, there you go. And it was like fucking these people had found like a puppet in the river on like the border by Mexico and Texas.
Creepy.
And they were like, what the fuck is this? It was like in a trash bag floating, and they opened it up, and it was like a dummy, like the one out of Goosebumps.
Oh,
straight
no.
up. And they were like, what the fuck,
That's
and
not
and
fun.
they fucking showed somebody else, and they were like, oh, bro, you need to dump that and burn it. Like, no, you don't need to dump it. You need to burn it because that's Santeria right there.
Yeah.
and it's like this looks like some sus shit.
Yeah.
And apparently the motherfuckers had to burn it with gas 3 times to fucking get it to fucking get destroyed. But they were like, bro, we lit that shit the fuck up, and it was still just chilling. Like it had like, you know how stuff burns, but it has like that outer
that's
layer.
creepy.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
shit's
no, that's
sus,
super
bro.
creepy. Holy shit. I don't like that.
Dude.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
like you said, you do have to believe in the thing when you're
Right.
going into it. You can't,
Right.
like, I was too much of a Reddit atheist at that age, like at
Right.
like 17, 18,
Right.
where it's like if you took me to a hypnotist or something, I'd be like, man, you don't know how to do shit,
Yeah,
dude.
totally.
Man, it's all fake,
Total
bro.
skeptic, you
You
know.
just fucking, yeah. Which
But-
it's like, you got to have that phase,
Yeah.
but also, like, I'm like, I just don't fuck with certain things on the off chance that certain shit might be real.
Yeah.
It's like not worth the risk
Dude.
sometimes, dude. Like if
Honestly-
demons are real, I don't want to have to deal
I don't
with them.
recommend fucking with that shit. I
Dude.
personally would not recommend fucking with that shit. You know?
That's why I said too, though, I was like, occult knowledge isn't a problem unless you take it super duper seriously, because even if you don't take it seriously but you're still aware of certain things,
Yeah.
then when you see people who do take occult stuff seriously or like are taking it too far, you can recognize what it is that they're taking too far, you know? Because if you don't know anything about any of this stuff and you stumble upon some weird kind of ghost stuff happening, you're not going to know how to handle it at all, when really you could just be like, I mean, obviously some cases are really intense. It's like a fucked up haunted house where someone got murdered or
Yeah.
abused or something, or
Yeah.
and then, you know, the people that move in don't know how to handle it at all. But and obviously that would be a hard case to handle it with your own sort of spiritual counteraction. But you have to know how to sort of somewhat approach
Yeah.
these kinds of things, even if you don't think they're real at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, especially just like energy in general. I don't know how you want to define that. I'm not a scientist or anything like that, but imagine like the amount of trauma that happens in a place like that, in like a haunted house or something.
Oh,
or that
yeah,
has happened in a place like that.
Or where it's like an abandoned fucking hospital
Yeah.
or like
Yeah,
a psych
where
ward or
so
some shit.
much
Fuck
fucked
that.
up
Fuck that.
shit has happened. That's just like terrible energy to be
Yeah.
anywhere around, obviously, if you're in there. But imagine it just lingering there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that same just energy. Maybe it's not fucking seeing ghosts or anything like that, but you know what I mean?
No, there's definitely sometimes when you walk in a room and you're just like, no.
Yeah,
dude,
like, I don't like this
spot's
shit.
fucked, man.
Yeah. But so I never fucked with that again, but I do think that I somehow was followed by some sort of like fucking residual energy from
Maybe.
playing with that fucking shit. You know what I mean? Like from playing so much, like definitely I think something followed me.
I think I was like kind of talking about this with our other roommate earlier today. I think it was. We're talking about the supernatural and like quantum mechanics and how like observation of the common like consensus basically dictates what is reality. Yeah. So if you get like Eli was saying, a bunch of people together who like believe in something, right, and they all just like channel that energy, then like it could potentially manifest itself in reality. So I don't know. I think the universe like allows for that kind of stuff, especially since we don't really like know enough to, you know.
They made a movie about that. It was a horror movie, and it was called, I think, Apparition. Maybe was the name of it. And the whole movie was about them trying to 100% like create like a psychic entity from scratch. And it's like, I heard the movie wasn't that good, but I think that's an interesting idea too, because it's like, okay, we are going to go into this experiment and we are going to 100% believe that something is going to manifest in this room, and everybody in this room is going to believe that. And as like, I think that could be a very interesting experiment, you know, to do in some capacity with, you know, a bunch of believers, because that could be, I don't know. I think there is potential in, you know, then if, you know what I mean? It's like, it is about like collective consciousness, you know, and it's like, if people are all on the lookout for stuff is more likely to appear. That's law of attraction too, you know? So
I think that's interesting because from like what I've heard recently, more than 50% of people do believe in sort of like supernatural type occurrences. So now it kind of is the consensus. So you would think that like stuff like that would just be happening more frequently.
It's
Just
almost like with the, you know how we talked about like soft disclosure too. It's like movies about, you know, because all the Conjuring movies are loosely based on true stories of possession and you know, because it's based on the real couple that investigated all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just I think the soft disclosure also helps people be more aware of it too. And it's kind of like back in the day, I feel like, where it's like, oh, there were no phones, no internet, not even that many books at the time. People believed in God or whatever religion they believed in. Yeah. So if something supernatural did occur, more people were likely to be susceptible to viewing it or seeing it or being their minds were open enough to let it in. And that's, you know, like they didn't dismiss it the same way a lot of people would now.
Yeah, I think that's weird too, because one of the things I was saying earlier as well was that I think the rules of the universe are created like on demand as like they're needed, basically. Bro. So it's like if people start to like suddenly be super suspicious that ghosts exist and they start to like see them in their minds everywhere, literally like the universe is like, all right, I guess we're doing
like,
ghosts now.
Like run it, bro. I mean, fuck, bro.
Manifest it into reality.
Yep.
I mean, fuck. I just watched Everything Everywhere All at Once. You know, it was that multiverse movie.
Oh, my sister told me to watch that.
Dude, it was really good. It was pretty fucking good. I'm really glad they're like on their Oscar run right now. So I'm really glad I got to see it in theaters, you know, because it's already been out of theaters for a while.
Okay.
But that whole movie's about like, oh, every moment has potential to like branch into different things too. So it's like, you know, like if everybody all of a sudden it's like, I don't believe in ghosts, but it's like right now I do. Everybody right now believe in ghosts. You know, it's like, okay, well maybe we might tap into like another fucking not timeline, because it's about how like that movie they play with the idea about how like doing something out of like kind of random or something will launch you into a different timeline, you know, like because it's like doing something that you're not likely to do will launch you into a different timeline and make your connection to a different timeline stronger. So if everybody starts believing, you're like, okay, I believe in ghosts, it's like we might tap into a timeline where ghosts are more prevalent, you know. Yeah, like I mean, long form of what you just said, but yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. Have you ever played in a venue that seems haunted?
You know what? One time I played in this haunted hotel in Reading, dude, outside of Reading. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It was like 30, 40 minutes outside of Reading in the mountains or some shit. And it was cool. Like we played in this bar at the bar restaurant
with,
that was
Sticky?
Connected to the with Sticky.
Yeah.
We played this bar restaurant that was connected to the hotel. You know, this old school style hotel, and like we played in the bar. It was cool. People were kind of older crowd. You know, like no one was really fucking dancing and shit. You know, to a funk band.
Yeah,
but it was cool. Like they fed us. They gave us a bunch of drinks and put us up in the haunted hotel.
Nice.
And then we were like getting our keys from the hotel after the gig, you know, and we're like and we're like, yeah, so we hear this place is haunted, and apparently everyone was telling us that like they were like, watch out for George when you're up there. It's like,
oh no,
what? Yeah, you guys are staying here tonight, right? Like you guys are staying. Yeah, watch out for George. He was like, all right, whatever. And we went up to the hotel lady. He's like, yeah, so everyone's been telling us, like, watch out for George. You know, what's that mean? You know, he's like, oh, yeah, George. He's like a ghost that's here, that lives here. And he likes to, like, touch your butt.
Oh, no.
That's funny. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Literally. And we just started busting up laughing so hard. Like, come on.
No.
Like,
not
perfect
a ghost,
for
me
Sticky.
too.
No.
What the fuck? Like,
no, exactly.
shit.
It was like, yeah, fucking intrusive ghost, apparently. He was apparently, yeah. George likes to touch people's butts.
Did he touch any of your butts?
I mean, it's funny because actually I think that night, my girlfriend at the time had broken up with me, so I was a mess.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like in my room crying, you know.
Oh, I feel you.
Not paying attention to any ghosts or butt touching, so I mean, I felt
George
fine.
George didn't come up and try to console you.
He's like, hey man, I've been there too. It's okay.
It's okay.
Let me just
let me just.
It's okay. Hey, you know, make it better.
Let me just wax the
You know,
starfish for you.
make it better if I eat your ass.
Oh my god, George, stop!
No, don't do that.
No,
No,
stop,
please,
George.
don't. That would be so bad.
Please don't. No, oh god.
He's like, in my time, this would have given me syphilis and I would have died of a brain infection. But in
Oh
the
my
2010s, it's all right.
Yeah. Nah, dude. Yeah.
I'm already dead, so it doesn't really matter to me.
Fuck it. Come here, George.
Yeah.
Where you at?
I know you're so lonely at that point. You're
Oh
just
my
like,
God.
fuck it.
I just want to be touched by a ghost. Even fuck it. I want to pretend I'm being touched.
He's like, I got my socks on.
It's a lonely world out there, I tell you.
I imagine there's probably a lot of horny ghosts out there that have died in
Ghosts are probably so horny, bro. It's so
that
bad.
have died unsucked.
They
You know?
can't.
It's
touch
like
themselves.
it's like on Big Mouth. He's like
They try to fucking jerk it. Their hand just waves
can't even
through it.
bro.
touch
That was
themselves,
on
dog.
that movie Walk Hard, bro.
Yeah,
And it was
yeah.
it was Jonah
Yeah.
Hill, and he was all like,
You ever
he's
tried
like, you ever
jerking
tried
off
jerk-
with a ghost hand?
You just keep going, nothing,
Damn.
dude. He's all like, he's like, oh, boo hoo, Dewey, poor
Yeah.
you. I'm a
Poor
fucking
you.
ghost. Like, you trying to jerk off with a ghost cock?
Yeah,
So good,
dude.
bro.
I love. That's
gonna
one of my
say-
all-time favorite movies.
Dude, that
Like,
movie's top
Walk
tier.
Hard.
10.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
so glad you've seen that movie.
Yeah.
That is one of my favorite
So
movies of
many
all time.
times, too.
Because it's not only is it just an amazing movie, it's a parody of
Yeah.
Walk the Line, which
Which
is
I've
an
seen
amazing
also.
movie
Yeah.
too.
Which is
Yeah.
a
Shout
great
out
movie.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
But Walk Hard, I feel
Wacko?
I feel like
Little Waco Phoenix.
I
Hey,
feel like-
Wacko. Shout out Wacko.
a little Jaquan,
He's
you know.
a Joker
I feel
too.
it.
Jaquan for
Yeah.
you. Hey, by the way, speaking of
Jaquan Phoenix.
Jaquan Phoenix, bro. Speaking of
Beanies.
speaking of Jaquan, give me another one too while you're at it, just because you know.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
just
I'm still working on the first one. Thank you.
dude, yeah, dude.
I
Speaking
need
of
another one.
Jaquan Phoenix, though, have you heard of that movie Beau is Afraid?
No, I have
Dude,
not.
have you ever seen any Ari Aster movies like Hereditary or Midsummer?
I saw Midsummer recently,
Bro.
and almost was traumatized.
Dude, hey, isn't
No,
that
it was very crazy. That was fucking.
that's a trip, right?
That's the kind of shit I like to watch, though. Like the fucking
Hey,
crazy
isn't that
mind
movie?
trip.
Dude, that
fucking-
movie's kind of an accurate depiction of like a psilocybin trip. Just the way, like the
yes.
saturation.
Dude, I was
like,
tripping
picks up
out
in the
with
movie.
their camera effects when they were depicting like the trees and shit.
Mhm. And in the background, it's
Yeah.
so subtle,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's so
No,
strong.
That
like,
was the most accurate I've ever seen anything depict a mushroom trip.
right,
like,
bro.
100%.
It's so fucking.
Yeah.
It's so subtle.
I
and it-
definitely
and
remember
the way,
pointing that out.
The way
for
it
sure.
creeps on is so unique. You
Yeah.
do not see that shit.
No.
Most
Yeah,
of the
no.
time it's like, whoa, it's unicorns
so
and
good.
fairies and whoa. But it's like, no, it's like this movie. Like they
Yeah.
really depicted it like coming on.
Yeah, no, they
and
got that shit
that was
right.
awesome. Like
Yeah.
that was really good.
I was
But-
stoked too. Yeah.
So that guy, he has a new movie coming out with Joaquin Phoenix as the lead, and it's called Beau is Afraid.
okay.
And it's like kind of like a on some he literally describes it. It's like it's gonna be a horror comedy.
Okay.
So I'm like,
down.
what the fuck? But it's like it looks so bizarre, and I wish we could watch the trailer, but YouTube is
Yeah,
a bitch.
I feel it.
So
Don't even
Damn,
trip.
bro.
it's weird how there's a whole like genre of YouTube reaction, like trailer reaction YouTube, yet YouTube is such a bitch about
Right.
reacting to YouTube.
Like,
You'd think like,
yeah.
you know,
Other people's like material. Yeah.
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 It's so
Well,
dumb.
didn't the what was it, like the Fine Bros or whatever, try to like copyright the like React style like video?
What?
Yeah.
That's like half of YouTube is reaction style videos.
Right,
Dude,
right.
well,
Literally.
one of the first reaction videos I ever remember seeing was Joe Rogan reacts to Two Girls One Cup, and it's just like, and also, or it was
I would
or
love to
also
watch that right now.
What's her name too?
React to Joe Rogan reacts to
Yeah.
Two Girls One Cup.
or it was Jessica Alba reacts to
No,
Two Girls One Cup too.
not real.
Nice.
Yeah, and she
Can't
was
be
like,
real,
"What the
is
fuck?" Like, I mean,
It's
I
not
don't know.
actually hers.
I don't know back then, but I remember it was a video of her being like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Like,
Yeah.
and, like I mean, whether it was
Oh,
where
okay.
she was actually reacting to that or not, I don't know. But she
Those
was
are the
just,
good old days.
she was just like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck? Oh my god!" Like, Back when she
Yeah.
was famous, you know.
Oh my god, that shit was so gnarly. All that crazy, those crazy videos back in the day.
Bro, did you ever see womp.org?
What was that? I don't remember that. I don't want to remember that. What is that?
So womp.org is I think you could take a guess. It has the song Whoop, that is hit me.
Love
It has that on loop and a lovely woman is launching a Nerf ball out of her hoo-ha in projectile fashion while
Wait, what kind of? Wait,
that
hold
is-
up. What kind of Nerf ball?
like the little foam ones that like press
Just
up.
like a little football one?
Not a football one, but just like a little like tennis ball or
I was gonna say,
baseball
a
size
football
one.
one?
It was like
Yeah.
it was like a baseball size or a tennis ball size
Okay.
one, and it,
With
you know,
the foamy ones?
and it was just like, and then it was just on loop though. So it was like,
There it is.
whoop, there it is, hit me,
In
whoop,
rhythm? Was
there
it?
it is,
Oh,
whoop,
shit, that's
there it is, hit me, whoop,
That's
there
fucking lit.
it is.
That's better. That's a lot better than meat spin.
Meat spin was just.
I think I remember that shit.
Yeah.
Or like that.
What
What was the
about,
other one? Like the 2 kids in the sandbox. You remember that fucking bullshit?
Oh wait, doesn't he stick like something up his?
Homegirl sticks an entire dildo of homies. Paquete. His penne.
Dude, one time my girlfriend in high school, she's gonna get mad at me the way I keep saying my girlfriend in high school. But whatever, I'm a comedian. I'm allowed to fucking say vague statements like my girlfriend in high school. But she literally sent me a picture of a dude with a fucking flower, like a rose with no thorns, put up his dick hole. And
Nice.
all she said
Stop.
all she said when she sent it was, "This is so you."
That's fucked up.
That's wild.
And I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Why would you do this to
In
me?
what way is that me?
Oh my god. That's fucking wild.
Oh my god. How did we get here?
I don't know.
We're
But
just talking about the
don't
good old
play
days of the
Ouija
internet.
board.
Yeah.
don't play Ouija board because then you start talking about rose fucking
okay,
stems up your
listen,
dick
hold
hole.
on. Actually, I didn't even finish that shit.
Oh.
After I stopped that last time playing, fucking I had these experiences where I was woken up at like 5, 6 in the morning by hearing and feeling a breath on my ear. Just be like I was going to bed kind of late those days because it was like a summer vacation out of high school.
Yeah.
And I had a new girlfriend at the time, you know.
Mhm.
We were like literally talking and texting on the phone. Like,
Yeah,
talking
all
on
the
phone.
way until you're about to
Nonstop,
like
yeah.
you're literally
5 a.m.
half fucking awake,
Yeah,
falling
exactly,
asleep, talking to him
exactly.
still.
And like it's like, all right, but or fall asleep with the phone on, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Some fucking high school shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Definitely.
and so we fucking were doing that, and I got woken up a couple times by like hearing and feeling a breath on my ear, and I just like get up hella quick, like what the fuck, what's going on? It happened like 3 times, that same exact experience, right? And then one night, it was like kind of keeping me up a little bit, you know, and then one morning I heard a what sounded like a little girl that was in my bathtub, because I shared a wall with my bathroom at the time, my bedroom, and it sounded like there was a girl in the bathtub because like the acoustics of like a fucking bathtub and a ceramic fucking tiles and
Sounded
shit.
like a moaning Myrtle type of situation.
Yeah, dude. I was
Yeah,
like-
right.
It sounded like a girl crying, like a little girl crying.
Mm.
I was like, what the fuck?
Fuck
And,
that.
like woke up hella fast, and I like went in there, nothing. Checked to see if my dog was up, like fucking crying or some shit, or if my sister was there around somewhere crying, or my mom or something. Nothing. Like everyone's in bed. The dog's fucking passed out. Like what the fuck? Like, and I'm like, okay, all right, I'm crazy.
That's freaky, dude.
And then the last thing that happened, the last fucking thing that happened in that series of events was, I remember kind of doing the same thing, talking to my girlfriend till like 5, 6 in the morning, hanging up, and then I go to lay down. And at the time I had my door to the bedroom open, and you could, if I'm sleeping on my stomach, I could lift my head up, look behind me, I could see the entrance to my parents' bedroom. And for some reason, I woke up. It's like dusk, you know, like the sun's about to come up, right? Is that dusk? Is that
Dawn.
That was Dawn.
Dawn,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck.
Beginning of the day.
Dusk sounds cooler though.
It is.
Anyway,
cooler.
it's dawn.
Yeah, yeah. The
And
butt crack of dawn.
It's
as
the
they
butt
say.
crack of dawn, and I fucking wake up and I turn my head and I looked back toward my parents' room, and I saw like the silhouette of a person, like with their head sticking out of the doorway. Slowly the figure went back into the room. It's just like,
Dude, it's always the most subtle shit, bro. Because let me tell you about, the one time I feel like I really actually saw a ghost, was at my buddy's house, right? And like somebody had died there before they bought the house and rented it and shit. And they were fucking with me because it was like my homie's birthday, so they're like, "Oh, if you fall asleep, we're gonna fuck with you hella bad." And I was like,
course.
"Oh my god!" And I was like,
of course.
so I'm all like, "Guys, don't fuck with me. Like, please don't fuck with me. Like, come on, I was already like on guard and shit, right?" And then I woke up like, because I already got bad vibes at this fool's house all the time in general, because again, somebody did die there, like confirmed.
Yeah.
And so fucking like, it was the middle of the night. And they were trying to fuck with me, and I literally had just had the feeling to be like, wake up, like, and I fucking woke up swinging, bro. Like literally, I woke up and I hit one of his friends in the mouth, and like popped his lip, and like he was bleeding and shit.
Jesus.
And they were like, "Oh my god, what the fuck?" And I was all like, "What? What the fuck are you guys doing? What the fuck is going on
Dude, you
here?"
were
Right?
possessed,
And I'd had no, but I had the feeling that something was fucked up, right? And I looked in the mirror in the bathroom, and they'd thrown flour on my face, bro. Like while I was sleeping, you feel me? The old trick, like the old fucking classic. And so I'm all like, "Oh, fuck you guys, whatever. Fuck you guys, fuck all you
Damn.
guys, And so I'm washing my face or whatever in the bathroom.
you making bread on your face.
Yeah, for real. I'm trying to wash off the flour. And I look to the right and I see like a big fucking chunky ass fucking silhouette pass by me, right? And I was like, all right, whatever. It's probably my friend. He's a little bigger, whatever. And then I look again and my buddy comes from the same direction that thing had just walked. And he was like, "Hey man, are you all right, bro? We're just fucking with you. Like, we don't want you to be pissed." Like, and I was just like, and so I ran out and I looked in the rooms that were in the hallway past there and looked in the garage and there was no one in there. And I was just like, that's when I started to get like kind of like started using like some of these. I was like, what the fuck,
What the fuck?
Like, and he's all like, "You good?" I was like,
I was like,
I definitely just seen some shit right now. And it's always like the slightest thing though, it's always so slight. Like, yeah, I don't know.
No, that shit was crazy. It was like a silhouette of a person sticking their head out, with, you can see shoulders and shit, but it was completely black. Like,
Yeah.
Like, so people would call them the fucking shadow figures or whatever.
Dude,
Yeah.
the shadow figures and the Hat Man. Everybody's talking about the Hat
I've
Man.
never seen a
lately.
Hat Man.
I never seen a
But this motherfucker was like poking his head out and like slowly went back into my room. And I remember literally yelling, "No!" Like, and woke up my fucking parents,
Yeah.
And it's just because I screamed "no" in the middle of the fucking morning, what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone's still in bed. And they're like, "What? What the fuck?" And like, they were all in bed. Like, no one was like
Right.
up and about and shit, Like, I went and ran in there and was like, what the fuck? Like, they were in bed, like covered up and shit. Like,
Dude, that shit's freaky as hell.
and
Such
like,
a trip though, bro.
and then ever since that, I never. It was almost like I was tormenting me or some shit,
Yeah.
And I was losing a lot of sleep over it, Because obviously I wasn't doing good by was sleeping and falling asleep, calling my girlfriend until 5 a.m. or whatever.
Well, that's a whole thing too. A lot of people that are talking about like the Hat Man has become a big meme lately because shadow people has become basically a meme lately too. And it's a joke like, "Oh, look, I'm gonna do a bunch of Benadryl and see the Hat Man." It's like a
the
joke.
1,200 milligrams of Benadryl.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
like a
God.
joke these days. But I mean,
I didn't know that.
dude, no,
I'm not hip
there's
to
like
that
a bunch
shit.
of memes going on about that shit. And I think it's really a reflection of about where a lot of people are at, honestly, because like. Yeah, a lot of people are staying up hella late, loading up on internet, loading up on drugs to fucking try to just deal with everything. And then they're like, "Oh, like I fucking see some weird shit out of the corner of my eye. My mind is way more susceptible to believing trippy shit because I'm already in like a neurotic or not neurotic, but like susceptible state to opening my mind to experiencing trippy things, know? And yeah.
No, that shit is crazy. Like, I don't know. I haven't even touched anything like that since, and I've been
fuck
fine.
all that.
I haven't seen anything. Haven't been
That's
kept
good.
up at night over anything.
That's
you
good.
know.
I feel like
It's a
that
good
that
reason not to. Like,
I feel like that stage of like right when you're about to fall asleep or right when you wake up too is you're extra susceptible to like seeing shit or like hearing
Yeah.
some shit or like there's like weird times
Yeah.
or just like those weird times when you're like about to fall asleep and then you get that sudden like like falling feeling.
Yeah,
Then
exactly.
you're just like, huh! You just
Yeah.
like wake up, jolt awake.
No, yeah, I had a bunch of those too, but I never seen no shadow figures like that. Like that was crazy.
Dude,
yeah,
so-
that sounds like a straight up
Scared me.
like a straight up shadow person
Yeah.
though. Like, yeah, like you're fucking. Yeah, that's a trip.
yeah.
I was about to ask, like similar to the haunted gig, like have you ever had a gig that's like just notoriously the shittiest gig, or do you have any like good like hell gig stories,
Hell gig.
or like where something goes catastrophic?
Well,
Or didn't you guys just have a gig like a few months ago where like all your shit got like sprinklered on?
oh yeah, that was pretty. That wasn't too bad
Wasn't too
because
bad.
it got saved by my roommate Tom. Shout out to Tom. Fucking literally
yeah.
saved the most important shit at the right time. But yeah, we played at this golf course in Tahoe.
Yeah.
Can't remember if it was south or north, but it was like a golf course, and like we just played it on this like part of the green that wasn't getting used, and like set up there and had our little our QSC PA speaker,
Right.
and our mixer and like our own rig,
Yeah.
and so we played the gig. It was right after High Sierra. It was the day after High
Right.
Sierra, and I had COVID.
Dude, because I think I remember like at that festival, someone like talked to you about that gig, and you guys just like went
Yeah.
straight from there.
We went straight from the High Sierra Music Festival to this golf course in Tahoe. That day, and played the gig, and I was sick as a dog on the ride over,
Yeah.
like fucking fever and just like chills.
Everyone got sick after High Sierra.
Totally.
I didn't. I was only there for a day.
It was worth it though.
I hopped in and hopped out, dude.
It was
That
worth
shit
it.
was so
You were
fun,
good.
though.
You dodged it, yeah,
Dude.
dude. Yeah, that festival's hella fun.
Because I didn't even know I was going until like a couple days before.
Right.
And then I just like saw you there. I was like,
Yep.
yo.
Hell
Yeah, it was
yeah.
like you and Tom. And then
Yeah.
and then we
Russ,
fucking,
my homie Russ.
Yeah, Russ. And like, dude, there's a bunch
Sticky,
that was like,
Boca.
yeah. That was like, oh yeah. And then that's when I played it with it was with the Gold Souls,
Yeah.
but then Pat hopped on bass
That was
for that
tight.
little set.
Yeah, it was like, Sticky Gold Souls kind of like mashup.
Collab. Yeah, that was sick.
with you thrown in the mix for the first time,
Right?
One
Yeah,
of the
that was
first
like my
times?
second gig with
yeah,
them.
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so you're saying the sprinklers like came on.
So we're inside. The three of us are inside after the gig. It's like 9 p.m. Everything's dark. We had backed up all our shit, just left it where we played.
Yeah.
And we had ordered food. We're the three of us, at least, like the band. Tom was with us, and he was out there outside still. And we were literally eating our food, and then one of the bartenders was like, "Holy shit, the automatic sprinklers are about to turn on. You guys should maybe go check your gear." And I was like, "What?" And like literally put my shit down, like immediately ran outside. Like they were already fucking
God.
going, like big ass golf course sprinklers. Like the entire place is getting covered in water. And I ran outside like, holy shit. And Tom was just covered, just soaked, completely head to toe soaked. He's like, "I already saved most of the shit."
Fuck.
I'm like, fucking threw some shit down, and we just all just running, getting wet in the middle of the night in Tahoe. It was getting cold, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Even in the summer, yeah,
Yeah.
at night, yeah.
And
It's still
so-
cold as fuck.
yeah, it was gnarly, but luckily, I'm like my drum set got super rained on, but it was fine. Like,
Right.
it's not really a problem.
Drum sets out of everything is probably the most durable
Yeah.
for water.
No electrical components.
Right.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that was fine, but shit, I was thinking about a hell gig. Fucking, I do remember witnessing a pretty gnarly set with Sticky when I was a fan. Still, I wasn't in the band yet. It was at a Zug Fest one year. Actually, my band Zug we used to throw this festival every year,
Hell yeah.
and Sticky was always a part of it. We all love Sticky. They were playing the set like 9 p.m. main stage, and like they're fucking killing it. And I remember waking up from being super drunk and like taking a nap, and then like walking outside. It's raining, and fucking Sticky's playing in this rain, and there's like they're fucking killing it. And there's like 6 dudes on stage trying to fucking tarp up everything and fucking play through the rain, and everything started to get muddy as shit. We called it Mud Fez. But like they started tarping up the whole stage up top, and then like started pooling up gnarly and started literally pouring on the fucking band.
Oh shit.
I'm pretty sure they got shocked like a bunch from that, and like
Oh shit.
like literally had to just stop playing because it started raining so hard.
Yeah, no,
That's
it's fucked.
nuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you have shit that's like specifically set up for that
Yeah.
scenario, it's all bad.
No,
dude.
it was
Rain
so
is
bad.
not-
Yeah, it was a disaster. But
I hate that when you have to like or it's like I don't know. It's like it sucks to cancel a gig because of weather, but it's better than getting fucking actively rained on or
Yeah.
snowed on or whatever.
dude, that was gnarly. Yeah. Luckily, I wasn't in the band at the time, but
Yeah.
I would have been fine too either way when the drums set. You know?
Right? Yeah, you don't have to worry about it quite as much as
Yeah.
being shocked by having your amp and everything set up.
Yeah,
And,
right.
Yeah, fuck that.
That's
Fuck
wild
that.
as fuck, man.
No, that was a lot of fun in those days though.
Fuck yeah.
I used to tour a lot with that band Zug back in the day, but you know, I haven't played with them in a long time. But I think we're doing a gig in March actually.
Oops.
Nice. So you got
What's
some. So you've been playing with Big Sticky Mess. You got any gigs coming up?
Yes, I do. I have a bunch of gigs I can.
Yeah, we'll get a little plug section.
Yeah, a little plug section right quick.
Plug zone.
You guys
All
are
right.
you guys are playing a lot though.
Like I said, the last 2 months have been a lull,
A little dry.
super dry, but I can plug a few gigs here if you don't mind.
Dude, absolutely.
Yeah,
go for it.
do it.
With a few different bands.
Yeah,
You got some shit coming up.
February 10th at Torch Club, Sticky will be opening up for Idea Team.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Ooh,
So
yeah,
that's gonna
let's
be-
go.
Just funk, original Sacramento funk all night.
Fuck yeah, man.
2 original funk bands. That's like some of our best friends.
dude.
You know?
I think I'm playing in Sackyard before that, so I might
Oh, dude,
fucking roll
come
by
after immediately
yeah.
after. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Fuck yeah.
And then February 17th, I'll be playing at the Torch Club with Love Mischief, actually.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. That's so sick. You're playing bass with them.
Yeah. It's been a lot of fun playing bass again. So
Oh yeah.
then I will be again at the Torch Club. These are all Torch
Torch,
Club.
torch,
gigs.
torch.
I'm literally
Torch Club's
taking
lit.
over the Torch Club, right?
Torch
like,
Club
this
Hell
is
yeah,
fire,
dude.
Yeah.
the Brass Band Collective at the Torch Club, February 21st on a Tuesday. I think that's Fat Tuesday for
Oh,
Mardi
shit.
Gras.
Oh shit. Yep. Bro, you're boozers.
Exactly. Then
Dude, Mardi Gras gigs are fun.
and then February 24th, Sticky at the Torch Club with the Lab Rats. We're doing the do-over show of the New Year's.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Damn, you are taking over Torch Club.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
a fun spot, dude.
And Boca is playing at the Torch Club. Boca do Rio, the Brazilian group that I play.
Dude, you're about to be there
Very
like every
nice.
weekend.
February 25th.
February. Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Literally
Fuck yeah,
every
man.
weekend.
I know.
I'm
Yeah,
playing.
you're crushing it, bro. Look
It's
at you
kinda
go.
fucking crazy.
Dude,
Yeah,
and
fucking-
Boca's so sick too. Like I just like kind of met those guys a little bit more when you had
Yeah.
that Christmas party the other day.
That was super fun. A
Jamming
little
with them was so
Friendsmas.
fun.
Yeah.
Dude.
No, Kevin loves your playing too.
Oh, dude.
That was
I
super
love his
fun.
playing, dude. It's a cool.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are rad. It's a rad show to watch. Like anytime
Yeah.
that if you live in Sacramento and you haven't.
But
fucking-
he was also really digging when we were playing the fusion-y shit with Bryant.
oh yeah, dude.
like
That's the
crew,
fucking shit.
Like the crew stuff.
I miss
Like,
that shit so
Yeah.
much, dude. We gotta
Yeah,
fucking,
we gotta play
make that
again.
happen, bro.
We gotta play some more, dude. Yeah.
All right. Hey, real quick, Alan, before we, because you know we had about an hour 40 right
Yeah,
here.
that's
Went
not
went
too
by
bad.
so quick.
Dude,
bro.
hour
Went by
40,
so
goddamn.
quick,
You know what I'm
bro. Yeah, we just chopping it up. But fucking real quick, you got any conspiracies you like? You know, because Zudecast, we're about conspiracy. You know, we're about even if we don't believe them, it's a vibe. Like that's what I said. I was like, I don't have to believe it for
It's
it to be
about
a
the
vibe.
aesthetic.
It's about the aesthetic
It's
of
about the
being
aesthetic.
into
I really,
conspiracies.
just
you know,
about.
everybody likes to stigmatize being into conspiracies, but you know,
My girl has been really liking and nudging at the simulation shit.
Oh,
ooh,
shit.
let's fucking go.
I don't know. It's just funny just pointing out like instances in life where shit just lines up way too coincidentally to just be, I don't know. It's like something's just doing it for you. I don't know. This is all simulation. Like,
Hey, you know, if you're looking for evidence, right, glitches in the simulation, there's the Mandela effect, right?
There's
Like,
Mandela
True,
effect.
true.
There's a bunch of shit too about warping and blinking lately has been like kind of a new thing where people have been able to document where it's all like motherfuckers like basically like clipping in and out and being like, yeah, I was here the whole time, and being like, like it's like they think they were there the whole time, but they're caught on video being like, whoop. Like, and they're like, what do you mean I warped in? I was fine. And then there's like videos of motherfuckers warping in and out of places right now. Simulation theory is a trip, though,
what
bro.
the hell?
I'm like,
I'm gonna need a source on that one. That sounds lit,
sounds
though.
weird.
look it up, motherfucker. There's a
Oh,
video.
shit.
Fucking pull it up. There's a
I'll pull
video
it
of a motherfucker clipping into a camera while somebody else is recording. Like,
How do I search that?
I don't fucking know, man.
Motherfucker clipping in and out.
Oh my
reality.
God.
No,
But
clue.
yeah, simulation theory is definitely an interesting one. You got let's hear your take. Let's
I've
go.
always, well, I don't know. I haven't really dived into it. Like, you know,
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
I haven't
yeah,
like, I haven't really researched that kind of shit in a while.
Yeah,
you know, and like
yeah, yeah.
really like leaned into it. Like I haven't really done that in a long time. I always, when I was young, in those days when I was looking up occult shit and playing Ouija board and shit. After I stopped playing Ouija board, I started looking at like conspiracy kind of stuff, and like,
Well, they go hand in hand,
Yeah,
you know, because
honestly.
it's like really, it's like the figures
Yeah.
in the conspiracy stuff are looking at the occult stuff too,
Yeah.
you know.
That's what
Totally.
freaks me out about that type of shit is even if it's not real, even if it's just a bunch of fucking mumbo jumbo that people are making up, it's like
Some
but it's
motherfuckers will do it.
It also
They'll-
happens that people that are extremely influential and powerful in society are like, oh no, I'm into that shit fully.
Right.
And it's like, I don't want to know. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
dude, yeah.
That's
you know,
the
like
thing.
H Dog, you know.
It's like I said, hey, power of
he was into the occult shit.
bro. It's like power of
Doesn't matter if it's real. He's just still doing weird shit based on it.
He was trying to fuck some aliens.
We're trying
some
to
Aryans. You feel me?
Yeah. Hey,
we're trying to skirt the YouTube
yeah,
content
no, I feel
guidelines, but we're not fans of H Dog as we were talking about.
Shan't be named.
He shouldn't be named, but he was into the occult shit, and it's like
No, I feel it. Yeah.
They overlap
they got
because I
weird.
mean they've came out and said they were like, oh, the CERN shit where they were doing a ritual to Shiva, that's
Yeah.
not real.
oh,
But
have you ever seen that shit?
They were like,
No.
that's not real, but we do have a statue of Shiva at the CERN laboratory, and it's like,
Oh, for no reason.
yeah, for no reason.
Well, that
It's
shit's
like-
on video,
and it's
though.
like we might
Yeah.
be tampering with, you know, quantum mechanics and stuff that could destroy the universe, but no
Oh my
worries
God.
that we have a Shiva statue out there. That has
Yeah.
nothing to do with anything, with our beliefs or anything.
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
well,
Well,
it's
like-
like, come on, like,
they like said they were just employees like blowing off steam essentially. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like, you know, just a common fucking thing that friends who are coworkers gather around late at night to do is just, you know, do fake like sacrificial rituals to a god. That sounds right.
hey, Lord Shiva's the goat, though, bro. He's like, I don't want to say he's a fuckboy god, but he's like a Sigma grindset god. Like, yeah. So we got fucking simulation theory. You believe in aliens?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about aliens? What
There's so much. Oh my God. We could.
yeah.
I don't know, dude. I
I know. Save it all.
No, but it's so likely that another intelligent life form is out there. Holy shit! Like it's impossible. There's no other life out there. Like, you know what I mean?
There's
Like,
so many fucking planets.
Dude,
One of
yeah,
them's got to have
like-
some shit.
I'm
Yeah.
sure these motherfuckers are advanced and able to come here and literally take over our whole shit. And maybe they're running everything. I don't know, but I don't.
Base.
I don't
there's-
fucking know. See, like,
Well, there's so many.
there's so many fucking rabbit holes to fall in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or if
definitely.
you're an advanced alien culture, you can, as long as you figure out some kind of cloaking technology or some way not to be seen by other people, then it's like you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Right.
Because there's so many spots out in space that researchers are looking at and they're like, what's over there? And they're like, I don't know, it just looks like nothing, or it's just complete darkness or whatever, or it's like a black hole or something like
Right.
that. So if you can like control or harness that technology, it's like, dude, you can do just about anything. And it's like, we're almost there in terms of technology with humans. No, well, maybe not almost there, but we've hit certain milestones. And it seems like after the nuclear technology, especially after like dropping the fucking nuclear bombs and shit, is when all of the sightings of UFOs and aliens became so much more
Hey,
common.
how do you know that it's not a psyop though too? Because like at the same time, it's like motherfuckers. There's like rumors that like the H dog had UFOs and he was building them and stuff. And then it's like
it's not even rumored. No, that's fact.
That's the power of German
facts.
engineering.
It's fact.
That's the
There's photographs.
Volkswagen was made
Yeah,
shit, was
Volkswagen
making flying saucers.
I'm telling you, dude.
And
Volkswagen.
down in Antarctica, but that's when things. How do you know it's not a psyop or whatever? But I do think too that part of it's like any civilization out there discovering nuclear technology would alert any other civilization who
Totally.
has aware of that
they're
stuff.
gonna be like, oh shit, these
They're gonna
guys,
be like, hey,
we gotta watch these guys.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
take a look at what they're doing because
Maybe we should step in.
I mean.
Right, because they have to be so advanced that they got to the point where they figured out the nuclear
Right.
technology, didn't kill each other, didn't fucking destroy themselves, and now they're trying to fucking block our microphones. I
Oh
swear
my
to
god,
God,
they're
right now.
cutting our
It's
audio.
the ghost.
dude.
It's either the ghosts or the aliens. Someone's trying to fuck with us.
Right.
It's both.
I don't
The
even know
ghosts
this.
are
It's
the
so
aliens.
random, so intermittent.
Shit.
But yeah, it's like it's the dark forest theory. It's like any civilization that fucking has the sufficient technology to look for other civilizations. By the time they reach that point, they're gonna realize that if we say anything, somebody's gonna come to our fucking door and like knock us down real quick. So everybody's just quiet.
If you're
like-
putting out a
dude,
beacon,
it's
right?
it's like the three body problem. Three body problem is the
Yeah.
name of the book series that's been coming out lately. And isn't that author Chinese, by the way, too?
I have no idea.
No,
I don't know. What's
forget.
that have to do with it, dude?
No, but
the hell, bro?
I mean, in China,
What
they
the fuck, bro?
because in China they are actually more on it with the science stuff than we are. So their sci-fi is going to be a little more up there than ours is.
Informed.
To be honest, keeping it 300. If I'm keeping it 300,
Yeah, we usually like we usually just like the blue people and like
I love the blue man
using
group.
their
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of blue people, bro, don't tell me Avatar isn't just Fantastic Planet like remade, bro. Like for real.
I just watched the first one for the first time.
the first
recently.
Avatar.
Like
Oh, yeah.
I just watched it for the first time within the last 2 weeks. Like,
Did you
literally.
like it? What'd you think?
Yeah, it was cool.
Dude, it's dope. It's just awesome, right? Like, isn't it?
It was
just,
dope. It was great for sci-fi for sure.
It's best when it's just being hype, right? Like, isn't when it's just being awesome and explosions and blue people fucking
Yeah.
fools up? That's when it's its
Dude,
best. Yeah. Like it tries to be hella deep, but it's just like,
You
dude,
know.
you're still a Hollywood movie. It's still James
basically-
Cameron.
It was,
Like,
just
Pocahontas.
it was just a great. It was just Pocahontas, first of all.
Yeah.
It was a great base for the porn industries. Like,
Oh,
you know,
no, exactly,
Like,
exactly.
holy
Now,
shit,
now we're
like,
talking. See, this is the type
that
of shit
was
we got to save for the
that's
Patreon.
what it was. That's the money grab
Yeah.
right there. They're like, oh, we can sexify these aliens. Like,
dude, James
I
Cameron.
can't get hard to anything else now,
Right.
other than
James
blue
Cameron
people.
straight
old
up
man
said-
Cameron for sure.
Dude, old man Cameron straight up said he was like, look, he was like, I know they don't need breastises, but they need breastises.
They need to just
It
be
would look
Okay,
humans,
my question
but-
is, why did they only give them 2? Like they
Right,
had
could've done
plenty of
triple,
options,
dude.
you know?
That would have been tight.
That's true.
I
That's
think
already
the
established.
triple's already been done. Total Recall
Yeah.
is the triple iconic triple boobs. But I think they could, Total Recall is the iconic triple titties.
That's true.
they could have doubled down and done the quad titties. I think that's
Would
the
they
best.
be? Would
move.
they be?
Is that good?
Would they be in a series or would they be like stacked?
It's series
Stacked,
or parallel?
stacked,
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 for sure, for sure.
stacked.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
stacked.
No, okay,
Hey,
those are just
hey.
udders at that point, though.
Stacked for
What
sure.
are you talking about?
That's just a motorboat, though. Think about the motorboat, and you're like,
You can do like a
Okay.
you can do the
Okay.
cross. Like,
You get all four
Okay.
quadrants at
It's
once,
up
bro.
or down.
it's like you're climbing on a ladder. You're just like,
terrible.
I don't even. Anyway,
Nice.
I'm just saying,
Terrible.
James Cameron, you could have, if James Cameron wanted to really be a groundbreaker, he would have done the stacked quadruples.
Okay, have you seen James Cameron recently? He's been going around talking about like toxic masculinity, and he's like testosterone is a fucking it's a bad chemical, bro. It's like it's a poison or whatever. Like he's been talking shit about testosterone.
What
I
the
forget,
fuck is
I
his
forget,
problem?
But it's like, bro,
Cameron-
this is your fault for inventing Avatar. What did he say? He said. He said
One
he
more,
called
yeah.
testosterone a toxin.
yeah, no, he spawned like an entire generation of Rule 34 addicts.
I don't know. It's like, dude, it's like he's
Right.
trying to come out on top of a Me Too and be like, testosterone's so bad. It made me do so many bad things back in the day, but I'm past it now.
He hits him with a fucking preemptive
Yeah.
attack, bro.
Dude, that's what you got to do these
Bro.
this day and age.
It's also like too like Avatar 2. There's like a whole like whaling is bad fucking like segment of the movie on Avatar 2, and it's like, well,
South
here's
Park
the
did
thing.
it first.
Here's the thing. Yeah, South Park did it first.
Oh,
South
my
Park
God, yeah.
also
They
made
did
fun of
everything.
James Cameron, and they made James Cameron fight Randy Newman at the bottom of the ocean. And I was like, bro, that shit was fire. And it's funny, oddly enough, because Randy Newman has a Easter egg in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Really?
No.
Yeah, he
All right,
really
I gotta
does.
watch it now.
Dude, we gotta watch that movie.
Yeah.
It's it's pretty good. But
But
Oh.
all right, I think that might be time to wrap it up.
The universe
we're
is
getting-
telling us.
Yeah, the universe is telling us shut the fuck up. But anyways, all right. So we had the Chilean Devil here tonight. Shouts out, appreciate you for coming on, making our lives
Thank
easier,
y'all.
being a guest, bro. It's fucking was fantastic to
Dude.
have you on. We're gonna have you on your back soon.
Oh,
yeah,
So-
let me know. I'm ready. I'm
yeah,
down.
for sure, bro. We're gonna have we barely scratched the surface
Yeah,
with this episode, bro.
literally.
Like for real.
Fuck yeah.
So we're gonna have you back on for fucking sure.
Fuck yeah.
But so
Before we go, though, let us know where we can find you on the internets.
At Chilean_devil
Hell yeah.
on Instagram. Just look me up, Alan M. Gamboa on Facebook. I'll be posting up. I'll be making my links a little bit better, but mostly I'll be focusing on the Instagram. So
Nice.
Yeah, man.
I'll post like I'm working on like a little link tree. To,
IG's the
to my
spot
shit,
still.
you know
it's
what
still
I'm
the spot for artists,
Yeah.
especially.
Yeah,
That's
totally.
where it's at.
Yeah.
Dude,
Instagram.
Instagram's where it's at for artists and creatives for
Yeah.
sure. So
Yeah.
yeah, we got you on Instagram. We're gonna fucking tag
Hell
you in some
yeah.
of these reels, bro. We'll help you get blown up, bro. Like for on the
Dude.
get your social media game up, bro.
Dude, yeah.
Because Alan's a goat here.
I'll be promoting my lessons on there soon too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I'm
fuck
I'm doing
yeah.
private lessons at either anyone's house or at my personal studio. Drum, guitar, bass lessons. So
Hell yeah.
hit me up. Yeah.
Definitely hit up that boy for lessons.
Hit this
huh?
fool up.
He knows a thing or two about a thing or two.
for fucking
Um,
sure,
Dude, and anytime you want to come on a game stream too, we're gonna try
Oh,
to do
dude,
more of those.
You
We
have
gotta
a
start
sta-
playing.
you
we
have
gotta
a
play
standing
Smash or
invitation.
something.
What do you guys
Like-
play usually?
Dude, what?
Call of Duty, fucking.
I don't play Call of Duty.
You're gonna with us.
You're
You're gonna with us. We'll make
All right.
it.
I'll
Like,
tell you
Try
what,
it. I'll
you
fucking
pick the
suck
game.
at it for
Yeah,
sure.
you could pick
Yeah,
the
you
game,
pick
bro.
the
For real.
game, bro.
You pick the game, we'll play it. For real.
I would love to destroy y'all at Mario Kart.
Oh,
Hey, let's go.
oh,
Let's go.
Literally,
Hella down.
like destroy you guys.
Yeah,
though. Like,
dude, we
you
got
don't
the
even
Switch
know.
and everything now, so
It's
gotta
all
hit it up.
it's
Yeah,
all-
gotta
bro,
hit up
it's
the
good,
MK.
bro. Like, yeah, you have you already. We got you and Brian on at the same time.
Oh,
Oh,
dude,
that'd be great.
Dude, I might crash someone's podcast too. If you have one of the homies, I might just come in and be like,
Oh,
"Yo,
dude, yeah, we can make that happen.
Crash.
We can definitely-
Just give me a 58. You know, just
Yeah,
hold it
dude,
over
that's
here.
what we do. That's what we do for
I mean,
I was like,
shit.
we only got so many of the good mics.
Shit,
Yeah.
bro. Go. I mean, work the boards for us, and then you can be on whatever episode you want. For real.
No, Alan's too good to be an intern.
No, but hey, we'll give
Yeah.
him a mic and give him his own camera, and then he can fucking.
I'll just chime in with bullshit.
You run that shit.
I'll just chime in every once in a while with some fucking bullshit.
Yo, thank you so much to everyone that tuned in. To
Everybody
the
that
Zudecast
tuned
tonight.
in.
You guys
For
fucking
real,
rule.
y'all are real. Appreciate y'all. Think it's about that time.
Yes, sir.
All right. What is up, my Zude?
We will catch
What
y'all.
is up?
next
What
week.
is up?